come in with a sweet. Mate, I can't. No, I call someone else to do it. By the way, but like, as if you don't like it's kill confirm, right? You smash the shoe down. You go. If I pop that shoe up and it's still alive, I got to go for a second round. That's a swift strike.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
No, I guess I didn't do that this time.
No kill confirm.
No, I didn't kill confirm.
You got to confirm the kill. That's basic. You need to confirm, Kane. That's just basic, mate.
Well, it was late.
Yeah, but that even makes it even worse.
It was at night. I heard rustling, and then I went, "What is that? What is that?"
You
noise?
heard rustling?
I heard rustling because it was like I had a bag. There's a bag or something that was near my lounge or whatever.
I love that it was
rustling, and then I went, "What is that?" And thought must be a cockroach. So I got a shoe, and I dealt with it.
Hold on.
It was late, and I went to bed.
You're doing all of this? Did you throw the shoe?
No, I didn't throw it. I went up to it and slammed it down.
And you didn't. Hold on a second.
I'll deal with this in the morning.
But you
didn't deal.
No, like 2:30.
We got here at 4:30, and that was still there. And I said, "Hey, what is that?" And you're like, "Oh, looks like a squashed cockroach." And you acted like you had never seen it before.
The truth of the matter, hold on a second, shut up. The truth of the matter is, you slammed the shoe down, so you went boom, but then you went, I'm not going to lift it up to see if it's dead. You just left it.
I have faith in my strength.
But let me ask you one other question. So you then, one of your shoes was like over the other side of the room, and the other one was just in the middle of the room, like fastening down a dead cockroach corpse, Well,
I mean. Yeah, I guess I just left it there.
You're a silly man.
Fucking hell. No, we're live. All right, let's go.
We've been live for like a minute and a half.
I just seen someone notice my shirt. That's how I knew we were live.
I don't know.
People are noticing the food that we're eating because dinner turned up later than we thought it would. And
anyone want some pizza?
What are you working with?
I don't know. This meat.
You want some of my
I
Supreme?
assume it's a meat lovers. I guess.
We're sponsored by Domino's.
Nah. Come on the camera and say hi, Kane.
Oh, hang on. Let me loudly slide in.
Sorry, we're sorry, but we're going to eat through this.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Where's the camera?
There. The camera is right there.
Oh.
All right, then. So, what episode is this, Kane? Episode 85.
This is episode 85.
No, but you're not doing the habitual fuck around for 20 minutes trying to figure out the episode number.
Yeah, because it was live. So
I seen it said it's 85 on the thing, so we didn't need to look it up on our own site.
Not this time.
We didn't. I see we're already in the chat. We're already working on hashtags for this episode.
Well, usually the hashtag is SnapThirty, but that comes at the arse end of any live.
There's a suggestion for SnapThirty because we're eating.
I'm totally fine with SnapThirty. You want to talk about Food Wars? Talk about Food Wars. We can talk about Akira Hayama, the Spice Prince in Food Wars. We can talk about Soma Yukihiro if you want to go for that route. I mean, he's not the best. I mean, he's a good main character, but he I'll tell you this, Luke. He's no Takumi Aldini, the half Italian, half Japanese.
I like his name, Aldini.
Aldini,
yes.
From the Aldini Trattoria came.
The day I realized that Frank was way more into Food Wars, because it started off and he had an interest in it as he was writing and reviewing for it. And then the more I talked to him, the more I realized he knows everyone's name, where they hail from, their siblings, their title, their subtitle, what they bet on a fight.
Holy shit. We were just talking the other week about what is our thing that we just know everything about. For you, it's Food Wars.
I don't think I know everything about Food Wars, though.
Mate.
I think I know the names. I think
get out of town.
For comedic purposes, I know the names. I think it's funnier if I like in any joke, I think accuracy it supersedes anything else. Like if you were to go, like if you were to make a joke about the Chili Peppers and you go, so the Chili Peppers 2005 album, Sugar, Blood, Sex, whatever, that's not even close
1991 album.
Right? If you were to say something like that, it's way funnier than just going like, oh, you remember the album where they did that song?
I think that's what happened last week when what was your one that you knew everything about? Because I was rattling off names and surnames.
Well, you reckon I know everything about Game of Thrones, including random side characters?
That was funny. I was rattling off random surnames to background characters from Zoids, just like Frank said, in an effort to add specificity.
It's way funnier.
For humor.
It's way funnier.
I mean, last week I could have told you all about the Red Comet, Naomi Flugel, and her team, but...
Who's that?
Well, this is a very specific reference that we're not understanding.
Frank's talking about Takumi Aldini and everything that he does.
And his brother, don't ask me his name, totally forgot. But he's fat, and then he loses weight. And then
he's also an Aldini.
He is, well...
That's not the part in question. The first name is probably what we don't
How is everyone? Like... already with the questions. Good on you, Farah, getting us on track because fuck, we need to do corralling.
Which for people listening to the recorded version of this is another live one.
Oh yeah.
So if you hear us talking to a lot of people that obviously you can't hear because it's text,
just gonna go for another
we're getting in some live questions, hopefully. Oh well, we already have, so
yeah. Well, I just want before we go into actual rest of the podcast, I think a little bit of housekeeping. We've now decided that we're going to...
We're going to clean up the cockroach.
Yes.
I'll get it.
We've now decided that we need to get our sweeper in and sweep the cockroach up.
Literal house cleaning. Get to it.
Okay. A little bit of house cleaning, and then we'll get back to the podcast. No. Just leave it. A bit of housekeeping. We are going to be doing live podcasts every 3 weeks. They've been inconsistent because... As you guys know, we're still kind of trying to work out the kinks and learn how to do this. Even this one has been a down-to-the-wire production, with us just barely getting it live at the last moment. So it'll be, but without the usual term. I don't know. It's not a SnapThirty podcast about the random chatter.
It will be. It's still a podcast.
Yeah.
Are we still going? It looks like it's frozen on.
I think we're still going.
We're still there.
We should be.
Anyway.
But yeah, so we're going to be doing a live one every 3 weeks, and we'll do 2 taped ones in between.
So once a month is what you're saying. So we do
3
recorded and then a live one, 3 recorded, then a live one.
Yeah, that's how it works out.
3 recorded, then a live one. So once a month.
Yeah, once a month you get a live one.
If you want to take the easy way.
I'm sorry.
I don't like to take things the easy way, Kane. I like to just fly off the handle.
Don't fly off the handle with me.
All right, buddy boy.
But hopefully, as we keep going, we will learn our way around this. Half of our problem is internet-based.
You reckon?
Well,
you reckon it's not because we're eating and fucking on the phone and shit?
That's the other half. I'm talking half is production, half is content.
Oh, you're talking about technical problems.
I was just checking my Instagram feed.
Yeah, because we've got... Internet isn't the greatest, especially when it comes to streaming for an extended period of time. We can do it. At the moment, it's not the highest quality production. Literally, it's 480p, I think. But hopefully, we'll get onto it and we'll figure it out as we go on.
Farah is asking, does this mean for the live ones there's a chance you can cosplay? I'm going to say yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to say, fuck it.
Me and you've cosplayed before. Kane has never cosplayed.
No, I've never cosplayed before. Even though there's usually a character that looks like me in everything.
Yeah, the basic shit like main guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Or that cube dude from Mob Psycho. He's pretty cubey.
Yeah.
He was the cubiest cube.
You know what's so funny?
That ever done cube.
Zafira, by the way, I have done a Sailor Moon cosplay. I was Prince, that fucking guy. Prince
Endymion.
Prince Edamon.
I was King Edamon. Come on now.
Oh, now I'm back, baby.
If you look on Frank's Twitter page, you'll probably be able to find it.
Actually, no.
Crystals.
There's a really funny picture of me having to shave my facial hair, and I shaved like halfway down. I looked really sad.
I love that picture.
Do you remember with me when because who was it that did I go in with you? I saw you got you.
I was not there.
I looked like a guy just called Trent. Because my wig wasn't like my wig wasn't quite on, and it was like,
oh, that's Trent. That's right.
And we came with this guy. I was like Trent. I was on my way to like a what's that?
Did you have a wig for that?
I did have a wig for that,
but I think it was when you didn't have the wig on, so your hair was just like down, so you could put the wig on.
Was it?
I think so.
Because the wig was pitch black. It was jet black.
Or maybe it was on, but it was just a different style. Either way, you look like a dude called Trent who was on his way to some kind of concert.
I think we agreed on My Chemical Romance about 5 years ago.
Probably
famous last words.
But you did do that, yeah.
Yeah, so I have cosplayed. Luke, you cosplayed as Centero from Kids on the Slope.
I did Centero from Kids on the Slope last year.
My favorite part about that cosplay was that you just had the theme, not the theme song, but
the song
from the series that they play on piano all the time. Just playing on a constant loop in your bag.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I thought that was like a nice touch.
My second favorite thing is all the people that came up to you and didn't know what you were, but they knew what you were. They said, you're that guy from that show. And you said, no, that isn't me, but I'll take a picture anyway.
I had someone take a picture of me thinking I was from Beck Mongolian Chop Squad. And
is there even a guy in Beck that looks like that?
No.
So
I think
what
it was just the drumsticks. They seen the drumsticks.
Oh, I love K-On!
I love sound euphonium.
Only just came out. Is that the one that just came out? No,
Yeah.
that's
Classicaloid.
Classicaloid is what I'm thinking of.
No,
I know a few of you in the chat are watching Classicaloid.
Euphonium's from a while ago, I think.
I think season 2's out now, though.
Anyway, you know what? Let's kick it off. We'll answer the question first, because then we got a big thing prepared that involves the latest chapter of Attack on Titan. Now, if you don't want to hear spoilers and stuff, let us know. I guess majority rules.
Yeah.
I just informed the guys as to what the content of that chapter was.
Now we don't follow.
The truth is revealed.
We don't follow week to week because it's only it's a scanlation.
Well, it's month to month.
It's month to month. Sorry, so it's a scanlation. But if you don't mind, I know breaking the law for 25 minutes. We're going to look through the latest chapter and figure it out. But that's if you guys want to. The question that Farah asked at the top of the show was, "What are we watching for this season?" So, what do you guys? Keijo and Babuki Buranki. Keijo and Babuki Buranki, which no one else is fucking watching, so I'm not even
You're the only one that watches
Dude,
that.
it's awesome. I don't know how many times I'm gonna fucking say it.
Babuki Baranki.
Babuki
Baranki.
BBBK, BBBRNK.
I forgot the forward slash.
/ BBRNK.
So Keijo is awesome, and JoJo continues, so that's rad. I'm trying to think of what else I'm watching, but
JoJo is definitely something.
Highway Go-Go.
Highway Go-Go, baby.
What about Boy Man Man?
Boy Man Man.
it's Boy Man.
Boy Man.
Boy Man.
Sorry, Boy Man. Yeah, so that's old season. Yeah, we were talking about Keijo because
Keijo's
it's
fun,
a ridiculous show.
Yeah, Keijo's fun.
Especially the latest episode.
I've only seen the first one, but I'm not sure anything can be spoiled in Keijo.
I honestly think I enjoyed the first episode more, but that's probably because it had more of the actual sport in it. But
had more. What he's trying to say, it had more titties than us. Why don't you slide on in?
It did have that. It did have that. I'll slide on in. Sorry for the sliding noise, but that's just how it's going to be. This episode, you see the end of this episode where they hinted at her ability to use a legendary attack.
Yeah, which is like from Air Gear.
It's from Air Gear.
Iki's thing from Air Gear.
She does so many. Spoiler if you're watching Keijo, but she does so many flips with which to increase her acceleration and add more power that when she swings her behind around in an attempt to knock the teacher, legendary champion, off of the land, she misses. But the wave of energy she creates is so strong that it tears the swimsuits off of all of her teammates. Not like they tear, like they just rip. And then the teacher says, "What?"
That's some high velocity booty.
That she knows that she has access to she has so much potential.
In the opening, there's a chick that like a wolf head comes out of her ass. Like an energetic wolf, like an energy-based wolf head,
like the wolf
appears from her ass. I assume that is her ability, is some sort of wolf fang fist from the ass.
But it's
you catch my drift.
Like in the first episode, like what Frank was saying, the girl with the purple hair and the sparkly demon eyes, where she stands there and does that kind of crazy, no tension upper body thing.
Yeah, she looks like a girl from Senran Kagura.
And then just her animation tweaks slightly, and the person in front of her passes out because she moved that fast.
So, any of you guys watching? I know, Kane, you said something about Flip Flappers and Izetta.
Yeah,
I'm not watching Yuri on Ice. I didn't actually know what it was until actually Farah and a couple of you others, I believe, Briz Frankie and whatnot as well, blasting it on Twitter saying it's rad and whatnot. I haven't seen it.
The first episode of Izetta.
Is that the witch? Is that the witch? Yeah.
I like Izetta.
It's like it's a World War II, not actually World War II,
but
totally World
history
War II.
World sort of thing.
Britannia versus Germania or something.
Yeah.
That
on the nose thing.
That was. I enjoyed it. I haven't watched the latest ones. There's 2 more out, I think. I don't know. Today I watched some. I didn't really feel like it. I have watched the first 2 episodes of Flip Flappers, which is a weird series. But the guy directing it worked on Space Dandy.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
I think this is his first directorial thing. So, from what I can gather, there's something going on. There's this, what do they call it? Pure illusion. It's this other dimension where weird stuff happens. And these two main girls, they team up, their emotions level out together, and it lets them travel into this world where it's a Space Dandy episode. Stuff goes crazy.
Yeah.
In this episode, they grew bunny ears and then almost got incinerated, and her pet rabbit turned into a buff dude that looked like Carmina, but green and with rabbit ears. I can't remember what her rabbit's name is. Something weird, like I can't remember how they say it, but the rabbit's name, it's spelled Uexhul.
And how would you pronounce that?
They call him like Uexili or something. I can't remember.
Axolotl.
He's not even he's just a weird green rabbit blob radish monster thing. But that's a thing.
Fair enough.
But it's like Space Dandy. It's weird. They travel into some dimension and they're trying to gather these crystals to, what did the guy say in this episode? Liberate or something, the realm of pure illusion. They found a crystal, and in the first episode, someone almost died, and one of the girls' hair started glowing and growing, and then she took off in a sonic boom that was animated really well.
I think I've seen a GIF of that.
Yeah, she's standing still, and then she just does that anime shift where she turns into a bunch of lines and disappears, and then there was a shockwave, and then in this episode, the other one did it. So I don't know. It's weird, but interesting, I guess.
Flaps.
As Frankie's asking, so is it any good?
I can't remember what episode I've a feeling it may have been the guy who worked on the fishing episode of Space Dandy.
That's quite a good episode.
So
a lot of people hate that episode.
Kind of like that.
I like it.
A lot of really weird animation and a lot of stuff that isn't inherently narrative from the get-go.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of crazy looking stuff and some characters that slowly develop emotionally.
Okay.
Well, Farrah is saying here, I think it's meant to me something like getting out of depression by looking for happiness. That's the only way you can truly understand it.
Yeah, the episode starts with the main girl. What's her name? Coconut.
Coconuts?
Coconut. No, Coconuts is from Dagashi.
That's a different anime?
It is a different anime. She's really monotone and stuff. Doesn't know where she wants to go. Hasn't filled in her...
Stop looking at fucking Yokai Watch, mate.
Sorry, I can't resist.
It's not, I don't know if it's college or higher education, something. One of those, fill in what you want to do in your future.
Sure.
She doesn't know what she wants to do. Crazy girl.
She'll find it, though.
Crazy girl, Papika turns up.
Who?
Papika. Okay. She has a flying surfboard. She zooms around with a robot buddy.
That's pretty cool.
Finds her, pops up, does all the cute faces, sniffs around, grabs the girl. They fall into a pipe, which then leads into a different dimension.
Okay.
And what a crazy shit going on.
Then they fight giant snow golems. That's kind of the first episode.
Frankie is saying she dropped Bloody Vors because the third episode wasn't that good, so maybe she can replace it with this one.
I've seen many people saying they've dropped Bloody Vors. I've not even watched it.
I haven't seen it.
All I knew was it was something about vampires, and then I
can imagine.
It didn't really interest me. So I didn't end up checking that one out.
Yeah.
I might stick with Flip Flappers for a bit more. You just kind of watch it and stuff happens.
Yeah. I watched
it's like Rolling Girls.
You know, I think
it's kind of like Rolling Girls a bit like some Space Dandy ones where they're self-contained.
Rolling Girls, I hated.
There was nothing to Rolling Girls.
I was bored in the first episode.
The animation of
Rolling Girls
looks pretty good.
Flip Flap.
Yeah.
Flippity Flappers.
Flip Flappers, but what are you gonna say? The organization is apparently called Flip Flap, so
okay. I liked Izetta a lot. I don't know. I think I liked it probably more than you did. I kind of got like an espionage sort of feel. Like
that was cool.
When they went to the opera and they had that whole thing, I was like, this is just like fucking. What was the James Bond movie that happened in? Quantum. And what was the other movie we watched that happened in? Mission Impossible.
Ghost Protocol.
And I feel like that is in so many different spy movies and stuff like that. But it kind of I enjoyed that, and the whole train chase sequence.
Might have been Rogue Nation. Yeah.
The whole train chase sequence I thought was really brilliantly done and like well animated. I like when they climbed on top of it and the camera panned out and like showed the grand scale of what was actually going on.
She was cool too. I like that old school European contrast where You didn't watch it, did you, Frank?
No.
She had that
no,
old school. She had a brown dress on, but it was that old school kind of Victorian. She had a bucket hat. Like, it was a brown dress that had the lace at the bottom and stuff, and she had boots on. And it was just kind of her being upper class dignitary. And then she was on the roof of a train running from people shooting guns.
I thought she was so cool.
It was a cool contrast.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. And like,
especially when she kicked that vent in.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was a really good first episode. I've still got to continue watching it.
I think there's 2 more out. I think there's 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I think it started a week earlier.
Yeah, I'm trying to assess the landscape of what I want to even try because, like, my time is very, like, you know, filled right now with a lot of different shit.
Yeah.
So I'm only going to take on things that actually really I can or I want to because, I don't know, I can't handle too many series. In, like, summer, I didn't watch many series at all.
Yeah, I didn't.
So
last one, right?
this has been quite a really case for me of like looking and seeing. Well, maybe I'll give that a go. Maybe I'll give that a go. What am I going to give a go to? Izetta is definitely on my list.
What about Iron Blooded Orphans? If you caught,
I still haven't watched it yet.
Get in on it, man.
I need to. I actually want to rewatch the last episode again because I kind of forgot how it ended.
Let me ask you a question. Did you end up finishing Ushio and Tora?
No, I still haven't.
So please watch it because I know what you're like. You're similar to me. Once it's done, it's done. You won't go back to it.
Yeah, I need to get back to it.
So do it now.
How early did you stop watching Ushio and Tora?
In between seasons.
Yeah, when the last 13 episodes, I didn't even start.
I think Frank and I had opposite opinions on that. The second
season, I like
season,
the first better.
The second season I enjoyed a lot more than the first season.
Yeah, the second season I wasn't a fan of.
I really enjoyed it.
I'm seeing mixed reaction to the second half. The second season.
They're gonna dub it.
That'll be good.
It's on Anime Lab now, so Ushio and Tora, if you want to go check it out, you can check that one out.
Ushio and Tora is good overall, but I guess I just enjoyed I don't know why. I just enjoyed the first one more. Maybe it was the amnesia to me. I don't know. I guess I don't like amnesia.
Yeah, see that one hit me too, but they did it in a way that was interesting. I thought.
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't just they didn't use amnesia as a stalling tactic so the plot couldn't progress. Stuff had to keep going on even if people didn't remember it. Like some characters, their memory was robbed of the first season pretty much. It's not that I'm not going to go into too much detail, but they didn't use that as a way to stop the series. So they're like, we have to fix their memory. He was internally debating. He's like, I wish they could remember, but I don't have time to help them.
I personally really don't like that like kind of plot point of, oh, the main character forgot everything now, or this character's forgot me, or that whatever. I feel like it's being run into the ground to such a ridiculous level. And I think me and you are on the same page when we started playing Yokai Watch 2.
I was just going to say this.
The beginning of Yokai Watch 2, because if you remember, I think it's that, well, it's not really to do with the ending of the first game. You kind of, I think you lose the watch or you lose the ability to see the yokai.
I think the whole idea is that it's like, you've done this, the world is closed up now, but we'll come and see you soon enough.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And in this one, you still have the watch, but then like these yokai make the watch gone and you forget all about yokai.
I'm listening, yeah.
You forget all about yokai and everything to do with it, and you have to kind of get it all back.
But in its defense, it takes you about 10 minutes to get the yokai watch back and your memories. The only downside to it all is what I was talking about was like a lot of it is because it's a second game, it has to reintroduce you to all the stuff. So it's like, well, I remember playing the first game, but maybe some fucking kid doesn't. So it's a kid's game after all.
So the yokai watch is like the death note, where you don't remember if you don't have it in your possession.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because he has to meet Whisper again.
Oh,
and then meet Jibanyan. And then that's it. But then you don't have any of your yokai medals from the first
I guess because, I mean, you would still play as Nate or...
Yeah, you're still the same guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you could pick the other one.
I'll say this. It was actually a sweet moment when Whisper and Jibanyan remember you and the memory comes back. But then, like, re-meeting Hungramps and re-meeting these ones, I was like, let me get past this now and get to the new story.
But like I was saying to you, I've beaten the first boss, who is awesome, because I love the punish nature of his existence, because it's a Gashadokuru, which is a giant skeleton, but it attacks you by using Gashapon machines. Okay. So it's a Gashadokuru, right? It's not called that. I think it's called like Gutsy Bones or something, but it
Is that a big skeleton guy?
Yes,
I've seen the image
it
of
like
him before.
whistles and a crow brings it a coin and it goes, and like puts it in a gashapon and turns it. And it could get out something that hurts you, or it could get out something that hurts it. It's just random chance.
That's not something I would get because I don't know what the Gashadokuro is.
It's a giant skeleton.
Now I know.
Yeah.
But you know a lot more about that stuff.
No, I'm very much into the
Yokai.
supernatural shit.
Supernatural.
Like, not Yokai Watch. Like, I'd like to just look up supernatural shit. So
Didn't know it was already out. Forgot the game was coming out.
it's good. Like, it is good. Like I said, one of my favorite ones already is Rashido.
Yep, Rashido.
Who's just a little dude in like a straw hat that has like a broom, and when you win the battle, he like plays it like an electric guitar.
Yeah,
I like that shit. It is a good game, but you have to get through that first, like, it's reintroducing you to this shit.
So in the chat, they're talking about like anime that did Amnesia well. One that I actually just came to my mind, Seven Deadly Sins makes it a way to progress and actually propel the plot. Like, he doesn't really remember the incident that happened particularly.
Yeah, that's true.
So it kind of but the thing that's good about it is it's not the whole thing. He's not always just like, oh, somebody please tell me who I am or what happened that day. He kind of just like, you know what? I don't really remember the exact details of what happened, but I'm going to just keep going and see what happens now.
I guess, yeah, there's a few that would. I'm trying to think of what other ones would have done it well. Or in interesting ways. Like I said, I thought the way Ushio did it was interesting. Steins Gate had a bit of amnesia.
I was going to say, you know what?
That I liked.
Amnesia in the context of no one remembers something that didn't technically happen.
And that was one of the saddest things in the entire series.
So, Erased, is that...
I'll classify Erased.
I guess so, because it's a weird middle ground that it's a supernatural loss of memory because no one else remembers it other than one person.
He is the only one that knows everything that happens.
I guess it's similar in concept. I wouldn't say they're different.
I think Erase is a fantastic series. I could not.
It's a very good series.
See this. Like, when you genuinely have to think, is that amnesia? Because it was done so subtly and in a different way. That's a good example of when shit is done.
Yeah.
If you're straight up like, the guy had amnesia. Like, if you can categorize it by saying that, I don't think it's as interesting as it could be. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are saying Seven Deadly Sins or Steins Gate, because
Steins Gate is time-based.
Because Steins Gate is like, so he doesn't have amnesia, so we can rule out main character amnesia storyline. But the idea that he went from timeline to timeline and no one else would remember the experience because they did not experience it is a different sub-form of amnesia that I think does count.
What was it called? What did he call it in Steins Gate?
It was the something line?
His ability to remember.
The reading Steiner or
reading Steiner, that's right.
Yeah.
And then he said anyone can read Steiner as long as they know about it. If they think hard enough, it's not an ability that he has.
Sorry, can you just move the mouse just out of the way of that, please, for a moment?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
If Erase counts, Stein gets, okay, so now we're just discussing Erase and whatnot. The reading Steiner, I'm pretty sure it was. So, yeah, Jake is saying the reading Steiner. Yeah, I mean, that counts. I know, look, Yokai Watch, it's one of those games where I'm sitting at home and I'm like, oh, this is fun for the most part, but right now I'm thinking about, when I get home, I'm probably going to play Yokai Watch. Like,
I am too.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's something about that, because I have to say, like you were mentioning earlier, there was something refreshing about the first, like the opening scene where it's like, I gotta go meet up with my friends and catch bugs. Yeah. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna catch some goddamn bug. Like, I'm gonna catch the shit out of that bug.
Yeah.
And then I got a cicada and I was like, all right. Okay.
I weirdly felt in that moment in the game, I felt weirdly nostalgic.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, it's weird. I feel nostalgic for something that I only played like a year ago.
That's right. Yokai did it.
Yokai did it.
Yokai's done this now.
It was Nostalgia Reno.
Oh, Nostalgia Reno, you devil. You devil, you.
There's one character in it, one yokai in it called Leggy. That's basically like a pitch black orb with once again one of those like really stereotypical Oriental hats.
Yep.
And just has two long ladies' legs with high heels on.
And what does that do?
Yokai done this.
Oh my god!
It's called Leggy.
Leggy.
Like,
some of the yokai, you look and you go, oh, that's actually pretty clever. You look at something like, I don't know what they're thinking of this one.
But I love like the evolution of the yokai. At the start, it's like, yep, this yokai cleans shit. And then there's one yokai in this game that's just a chimera. It's it's like a monkey with a scarf made out of like tiger skin and a tail that's a snake. And you're like, what's that yokai do?
What's that one called?
Don't know. I don't know the English name. I actually don't even know the...
Chimera.
Yeah. There's also one. Remember Super Dragon? Remember him?
Super Dragon.
I remember he's the centipede. Yeah. It's called like Super Dragon. Super Dragon.
I do remember that.
Yeah. But
that was a heck of a thing.
See, in Crystal's one, she's... What one are we playing? What's that one called?
Fleshy Souls.
I can't remember the name.
Which one's that?
Fleshy Souls
with Total Dude. The one that you
Total Dude.
The one I keep forgetting which one I want to get.
Yes, me too.
The Fleshy Souls.
And Bony Spirits. In Bony Spirits, you can get a UFO.
I want him.
You can get a little alien sitting in a UFO and it has sunglasses.
I want him.
Yeah, you can trade in this game.
Good.
You can trade yokai.
I just don't want to... I don't like the word flesh being in a game.
Fleshy.
It's a weird word.
There's two different types of yokai now, fleshy and bony.
Apparently they come into it. That's... Yeah.
I don't know, just... Yeah, I don't know if I like that word.
No, we're losing the audience.
It's weird.
Okay, here we go.
Well, I'm not allowed to not like things?
No, I mean, talking about yokai watch, we're losing the audience.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, for real, guys, if you have questions at all, even not pertaining to what we're talking about, just smash them out there and we'll get to them. I don't know, should we, do we want to roster our little talk about Attack on Titan a little bit later?
Yeah, we might until it naturally comes up, or we run out of things to say.
Hey, okay, so here we go. We got Jess. Now we'll talk about Keijo soon, Jess. It's okay. We'll as Farah says, we can always bring it back.
We can always talk about Keijo.
So like, Farah just asked, what are our thoughts on the comedies of this season? You know, it's really strange. As much as I love comedy, like stand up or otherwise, I have never properly watched like a comedy, an anime comedy. I don't know why. I just
really.
I don't. That's never on my list for some reason.
I'm trying to think in what regard.
And I love comedy so much. Like, I just love the art of comedy because of how funny I am. Laugh at me, Luke, quickly. Very good. Very good.
The most ready example of comedy to me would be your slice of life ones. That's generally where the comedy comes in.
Yeah, you never find
I'm trying to think.
There's no comedy in Iron-Blooded Orphans.
What this season would be.
Just killing.
Which is fine to me.
Cold-blooded killing.
What's the thing, Kane? It's a tragedy sometimes becomes comedy.
That's the saying, tragedy sometimes it's gonna be
William
comedy.
Shakespeare's, he said, sometimes when there's a tragedy, then you can laugh because comedy.
When Macbeth was killed, did he die?
That was so funny.
I mean, did Macbeth get beheaded or something?
Where there was all the murder and his wife had blood on her hands and she's like, I can't wash this off. Yeah, all 1,000 perfumes from the desert couldn't wash this blood off my hands. That was so funny.
I laughed.
It was hilarious.
I laughed.
You know what I mean?
The
trees and there were spots and there were demons. There was eyes and monsters. Hilarious.
Can I just say something, please, guys?
Yes.
Tee. Tee.
No, I like comedy anime. This season, I haven't really had a chance to check any of them out. I know a lot of people talking about this, and I can see Farah in the chat talking about 2B Hero. I've seen GIFs of it that look hilarious. I've
like the Naked Bug. Have you seen that one?
I have seen that one.
You know what? Can I just say, Farah, the only reason I know about 2B Hero is because of you. Because you constantly post that, like, Naked Bug.
I don't know what that is.
2B Hero?
I've heard the name and I've seen some pictures of just absolute randomonium, but I don't know what it's about.
My favorite anime comedy is Sket Dance. I still think that is such a fantastic series, and it still holds up very well several years later.
Made by the mentee of Gintama.
Everybody watch Sket Dance. That's all I can say.
I've only seen a couple episodes of Gintama.
I think to me, Sket Dance surpasses Gintama.
Really?
100%. That's just my personal opinion.
I've
heard the name. I've honestly never watched Sket Dance or really done any kind of research into what it is.
It is a Shonen Jump, so it'll be on my list eventually.
There was a time where that was the only show I only kept my Crunchyroll account just to watch Sket Dance.
How long was it go?
It went for 76 episodes.
Damn.
It's a shonen.
It's a shonen.
It's fantastic.
So I guess, yeah, it didn't go for that long if it's a shonen. Only 76 episodes?
It's
What's wrong with it?
Incredibly short.
What's wrong with it? Why didn't it last longer?
Got cancelled very
Why didn't it
early.
last longer? One Piece is only 65% finished according to Oda.
Oh, yeah. And it's
Even 65?
65% apparently.
Even 65%.
In one of his latest interviews, he said that it's about 65, and everyone else said, Oda, go to bed. You don't sleep. Calm down, Oda.
How about this for a deep reference? 2 elbows!
2 elbows.
That one.
I do remember.
Hey, what episode was that from?
I can't remember which episode 2 elbows was from.
Oh, let's do 2 elbows. Hold on.
How do we do that?
So this is the one elbow, and then this will be the set. So you grab onto my. So it's like.
There we go.
Nah, it didn't work.
Count this as an elbow, and then it works.
What was that?
If you count this as an elbow, then it
We
visually
don't.
works.
I know that's a wrist.
It is a wrist if you.
That's where you put your Gokai watch.
Mm.
I don't have one.
And your normal watch, if that's what you want to wear. I don't know why you would.
If you want to tell the time.
Oh, you can't see a yokai without that.
I'm trying to think. I haven't really watched. I'm trying to think what I've seen from this season. That's all right. No one can see me.
I'll put my phone up there.
So I've tried to. I don't know if I've tried to narrow it down, but I used to watch a lot every season, and that's hard to maintain.
Yeah,
sometimes.
but now you're getting all cynical, and you're like, this anime sucks.
Yeah, now I'm cynical and just depressed, but not really. But
Tee
deeply
swig of scotch. Just
off to the side, hit plus.
on the phone with his fucking divorce lawyer. Tee. Yeah, no, I do want the kids actually.
Yeah, no, if you could, that'd be good.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
I'm on the absolute fucking edge. I'm about to jump, so please get the kids back. Sorry if anyone going through a crippling divorce.
That'd be sad.
Oh, we're all
on the same page.
Well, welcome to Divorce Cast. Oh, wow. All right, now 15 minutes of silence.
15 minutes of introspection and existential crises.
Silence. Okay.
Let those feelings truly feel.
Deafening silence.
Yeah.
So I
You know, karaoke is a Japanese word for empty orchestra. Isn't that hauntingly beautiful?
Is that real?
I think something along those lines.
yeah, he
That is
learned it from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, learned from Harry.
Wow.
No, you know, actually, you know where I learned it from? Legitimately, there's this show on called like Better Late Than Never or some shit,
Okay.
and it's got like Henry Winkler and a bunch of old and
Oh, is that
William
where they go
Shatner.
around Asia?
Yeah, and they went to Japan and they wanted to climb Mount Fuji, but they were all too old and unfit to do it. So the guy was like, "Oh, you can just climb that small mountain over there and look at Mount Fuji." So that's what they did, and it took them fucking like 4 hours to get up a flight of stairs because they're all geriatrics now.
Yeah.
And they got back in the bus, and it was like a karaoke bus, and one of them's like fucking mad banging out a song, and the other one just comes up and says, "Did you know karaoke is the Japanese word for empty orchestra?"
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
It's snowing on Mount Fuji.
And it just says Henry Winkler once played the Fonz.
Hey.
Hey, apparently he did that. The Japanese were not impressed.
They didn't like Happy Days?
No, he was put immediately to death.
They weren't fans of Happy Days.
They're not yours and mine.
Oh, they were more Richie fans.
Yeah, they loved a bit of the rich, but
Yeah. They're like, I mean, he lived with them, but he wasn't a true Cunningham. So
no, they loved.
Never.
They loved Second Al. Remember him?
The best.
Asian Al. Remember the dude, Mr. Miyagi, took over the fucking
Pat
shop?
Morita.
Pat Morita. That's his name, not whatever I said, and that racist thing.
What? No, he played Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid.
He did.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's what I
We
said.
watched that last
We
week.
watched, not racist.
We watched it last week.
We did too. That's when we discovered that it was shot not in, we thought, Vietnam. As it
Second
turned
out was
out.
Pat Morita, Mr. Miyagi.
Who played first Al?
Oh, some greasy
Who cares about
Italian
him?
like myself.
Who cares about him?
Who cares about it first? Well, I guess.
First
Yeah.
Al was pretty cool. Without first Al, there wouldn't have been a second Al.
Was he?
Well, maybe
Pat
they would have
Morita
just been
played-
the first Al, Pat Morita.
But did Pat Morita play the first or second one?
I think he played the second one.
Oh man,
Why is that?
I'm just trying to figure it out. I didn't watch Happy Days that much.
Um,
Who's Chachi?
Don't know, but Joni loves it.
I had heard that.
Oh, fucking these happy days are yours and mine, and this is the part of the podcast where we stop talking about things that are relevant.
Did you know More Community was a spin-off of Happy
Really?
That's all right.
15 minutes of silence.
It was.
I will be right back.
There was one episode where Robin Williams turned up as an alien. I don't remember if it was a dream
Pippity
or just
Poopa.
real. And then
That's real.
they spun it off into a series.
It's like
Well, I
when,
guess it's real because he was real in that
You know
series. So
I reckon it's the exact same shit as when that alien rocked up in JoJo, and then they're like, "Are you a fucking alien or just a stand
they
user?"
spun it off into their own series.
Now he,
Terraventus.
Mickey Taka, Terraventus user, will get his own spin-off.
Hold on. So do we never get closure on whether or not he's an alien or a stand user?
Never.
That's annoying me.
And Laverne and Shirley.
What's
we have
that?
From the chat. And Laverne and Shirley as well.
Oh, really?
The series Laverne and Shirley.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Many spin-offs
And the
of
spin-off Joni Loves Chachi.
Yeah, we
Many spin-offs of that show.
I love all those old spin-offs. There was another one I can't remember, a sitcom which was a spin-off of another one.
Frasier
We
was
all
a
know
spin-off.
Frasier is a spin-off of Cheers,
Fantastic
obviously.
spin-off.
Can I say this? Not a spin-off, but this is 100% legit. The sitcom The King of Queens is set in the same universe as Everybody Loves Raymond, because at one point in time, Doug Heffernan and Ray Barone hang out together.
Wow, what a meeting of titans.
Right?
Wow.
Hey, the Avengers? Not my Avengers.
Not my Avengers.
Who would be the sitcom Avengers? Is Jerry Seinfeld, Doug Heffernan, Ray Barone,
Comedian, sports columnist, UPS delivery man.
together.
Wow.
What a team.
Is there nothing they
What
can't
a
do?
team!
What a team. Oh shit! I love Farrah.
They played golf.
I love your knowledge of sitcoms is lovely. I love. Thank you for just being.
They apparently played golf.
They did play golf.
This is the
Because
sitcom spin-off episode.
why wouldn't they? Do animes have spin-offs? I mean, I know Fairy Tail recently had a spin-off.
Manga
right?
has spin-offs.
Manga
does heaps.
Anime
Naruto
not
has like
too
40
often.
spin-offs or something, right? Naruto's Rock Lee, Super Chibi Adventure.
Jake says Becca is Hulk. Oh my god!
I would love Becca to be in that sitcom Avengers.
Becca, Seinfeld.
Yes.
Seinfeld is like, I don't know, they're Hawkeye, I think. Because he doesn't do a lot.
Becca,
Becca,
Can
Seinfeld.
the entire cast of Seinfeld just be in it as
Let
well?
me ask you a question. Do you remember, like, many episodes ago, we were having this debate and we didn't remember what we were talking about? Sorry, exactly what we were talking about. It was like the original Sasuke of like every series.
Yes.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't remember who we decided on what was the original Sasuke, but we did say that.
Yeah.
Still can't remember. Who would be the Sasuke in Seinfeld?
The Sasuke and Seinfeld.
Yes.
Probably
I
George.
think George is the closest.
George is the
being a Sasuke.
Yeah, because he's like the one that is always so easily willing to backstab and betray everyone.
Hold on, can I just, for people that don't know this like bit, this is a kind of like a game we concocted where we just tried to discuss who would be the Sasuke in each individual series. So a Sasuke, I guess, what are the attributes of a Sasuke?
Well,
easily backstabbed,
Yeah.
Inherently self-destructive.
inherently self-destructive,
like
pitiable.
pitiable, moody, kind of
Moody.
to the point of annoyance in some way.
Also, it could be your friend.
Could
So
be a
you're
friend.
exactly describing George Costanza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
questioning why they're the main person's friend, but the main person never questions really their friendship. You know
That's
what I mean?
exactly George and Jerry.
Yeah. You're like half the time you're like, why do they even hang out? Do they even like each other?
That Deacon bloke from King of Queens would be the Sasuke.
Deacon.
I feel like there's like, I've seen many episodes where Deacon is like, I'm not going to hang out with you anymore. And then Doug's like, fucking Carrie, what are we doing? Why is Deacon not going to be my friend anymore? And then there's a whole arc about it. It's the Deacon retrieval arc. Deacon. This is getting too specific. Is it too specific? That's why it's funny. Yeah, so there's a Sasuke to every series.
I don't know.
So throw out some series, and Bobby from Becca is the Sasuke, apparently. I would have thought it would be Roz from Becca.
You obviously watch a lot of Channel 11.
Well,
In the afternoons.
or just from when it used to be on before.
But it's still his dad is the
You mean Jerry Stiller is.
Which series?
I'm so hot in here. It's hot. I'm burning up
Yeah, what
laughing.
series?
Well, he's in Seinfeld and he's in King of Queens.
Oh, that's right. He is.
He is.
I think probably they're thinking more.
Is he in something else as well?
He's in. You know, he wasn't originally the dad in King of Queens.
No.
Some random.
He took over.
Yeah. Anyway,
he was also not originally the dad in Seinfeld.
That's correct. Maybe it
was one episode.
What if it was the same dude who played
that
both
would be
of them
so
originally?
bizarre.
And Jerry Seinfeld came in and fucking shocked him.
Yep.
Wow.
You love those in old sitcoms when they used to change an actor and just never mention it. It's just to be like, hey, what are you gonna do? It's not. I mean, there's not much they can do, but it's just funny that they're just an entirely different person and they never bring it up, apart from saying maybe you change your hair, and then you're like, haha, laugh track. They try to laugh track.
All right, let's actually get on to some proper topics, eh?
You're saying this isn't a proper topic?
You know what? Yeah.
Everything we talk about is a proper topic.
Are we still going? By the way, Farrah said, "Oh no, it stopped." But I
don't know.
she might be referring to something else. Yeah, no. In all honesty, I don't watch a lot of recent TV. You know, like this is all shit that I would have watched when I was a lot younger. Seinfeld, I have just permanently on loop if I'm ever in need of something to watch. But yeah, like the King of Queens.
I kind of slipped out of sitcoms.
Sitcoms
wasn't a
hacky.
fan of them anymore.
They got hacky.
I couldn't be bothered to watch another show where it was just some dudes like creating a problem, and it's just, what are you gonna do? I kind of got over that. I was saying,
Sorry, just before you go on, to Farrah, absolutely, just name some animes or any shows of your liking, or even games and stuff, and let's just see who the Sasuke is. And Jake, yes, we did read.
That was hilarious.
Jake is saying through the chat, did you ever end up reading the 9/11 Seinfeld script? We were in Melbourne and we sat there for like 20 minutes and read it, and eventually we just stopped because me and Luke were playing both, like, well, as many parts as we could each. But anyway, sorry, Kane, continue.
I was gonna say, related slightly to the original Avengers thing before we turn it off.
Yes.
And kind of getting over things like that. I've been watching Luke Cage. I haven't finished yet. I'm still 2 or 3 episodes from the end. I want to finish it. I like it. I'm kind of over the politics of heroism. I just want to watch a series where a hero turns up with powers and just beats up a bad guy.
Yeah, then watch fucking Kamen Rider.
I'm kind of sick of every time they turn up, people just, they're weird because they have powers, we can't trust them. I understand, and it's an interesting concept, but that's literally every series now. The heroes don't turn up and save people. Like, we don't call you heroes, you're freaks and vigilantes and aliens, and we don't trust you. I just want to see some people be good guys and bad guys. I just want to see them hit stuff and win.
I can get that.
It's not bad. It's not a bad
I enjoyed it.
It's not a bad concept, but I think after watching 2 seasons of Daredevil and witnessing the politics of, kingpins and
I'll agree with you. I just want Luke Cage just to punch the shit out of people.
That's why I think I liked Jessica Jones, because there wasn't as much. She was a private investigator.
It was more of mystery, and
their enemy was someone who controlled people's minds.
There's nothing anyone could do about that except her.
No. Also, I don't understand entirely why these Marvel properties can't use the names of characters they own. They always say blonde guy with hammer, big green dude, guy in suit.
The reason why they do that, I think it's like, normal people would just
they
not
won't
say
know what
their
the Hulk
name.
Is. Yeah, they would. Frank, if you lived in a world where the Hulk was around, would you keep calling him that green thing? No, or would you call him the Hulk?
I'd call him what he is, Becca. Becca.
It's just, that's why I'm looking forward to Doctor Strange, because he's going to have powers and he's going to be fighting possibly in a different dimension with zero culpability and no regular cops that are going to get in the way and go, hey, you, guy who's obviously helping us, you stop. Guy who's a skeleton walking next to him.
You're probably not going to like the ending of Luke Cage.
Jess is leaving. I'm keeping an eye on the chat here.
See
you, Jess. Thanks for coming.
But I understand how that's what series have evolved into.
Yeah.
But I kind of miss the simplicity where you can just have some fun.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Probably also blends into the fact that my least favorite thing in fiction is misunderstandings. I hate them so much. The same way you said amnesia kind of stops the story. Misunderstandings just get in the way of things. It's like going back to when we're going back to like Supernatural. When I used to watch that, I hated the episodes when they used to get caught because they looked like they killed the guy when they actually saved the world.
That happens so often.
I hated it so
much. They
much.
were put into jail like 5 times.
I know, and I hated those episodes.
And then they were out of the jail by the end of the episode.
I just wanted him to get on with saving the world.
Sorry, what happened? I missed what you guys were talking about.
Supernatural.
Okay.
It just puts a stop on things. It's like, this hero is trying to save the world. Let's make everyone think that they're the bad guy so they can get in his way for 4 episodes, and then nothing happens for a while. Then they realize their mistake, and then everything's cool. It annoys me. I would rather that not be in it.
I gave up on Supernatural a lot earlier than season 10. For me, I think it was after the Leviathans came in. I was like,
I think that
then
was
they did
like
one where I think there's a vampire was
something.
chilling out, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this.
Yeah, I kind of said when that show lost its own reasoning.
I heard God is now in there.
Probably. But when you break your own rules in a series, that's when it kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
You set rules in a series for a reason. That's just how it works.
They got to a point where they began making stories about them going into our world where Supernatural is a show, and then the fangirls and all this sort of shit. It got to ridiculous levels, in all honesty.
Yeah, I said I don't want to spend too much time, but when the original point of the series was finding ways around defeating supernatural things without harming the humans in the vicinity, and that was part of the trick.
I don't care now.
Like, we have to exercise this demon and then trap it so that it doesn't hurt the host. Now they just go around stabbing people and never even mention that there used to be a human in there.
Didn't they have like a tattoo or something that stopped them from being possessed?
Yes, and then they got resurrected and lost the tattoo and just never got
Why would that
possessed
happen?
again.
Why would that fucking happen?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, when a show goes on so long, it starts to crumble under its own rules and trying to remember what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, we've spoken about it millions of times. That's what happens in shonen when it comes to escalations of power. Things
Like
just
Bleach, your
don't matter
favorite series
anymore.
ever?
Sure. Or like we were saying before the podcast, Dragon Ball Super, where Trunks can just keep up with a god because it would be a boring plot if he was introduced and couldn't do anything.
As I said, his hair's blue now. Used to be purple. Dude, Super Saiyan blue.
No,
he turns regular Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan God blue. Yeah, he's downgrading when he does that.
Why would he do that?
Just to show how
bad
he is.
Yeah.
He's got a sword.
Yep.
Dude's got a sword.
Yep.
Goku got a sword?
No.
Nah.
All right.
Nah.
If you're gonna ask me,
Don't
ask me.
No sword.
Don't ask
I feel
me.
like it's a lucky break that not many characters, like villains in Dragon Ball Z, used weapons. Because the main cast are martial arts fighters. I guess it's lucky that not many enemies decided to use
gun.
Well, maybe gun would actually, gun. Because in the movie, Goku got shot and almost died with a gun.
Yeah.
Frieza fought him for weeks in the series and then hours in the movie, fist to fist, and then a nobody dude shot him and he almost died.
Yeah.
Wait, Neon Perono saying Goku has a sword?
No, Goku doesn't have a sword. Trunks has a sword.
Trunks has his sword back.
Goku has big stick.
He used to have the power pole and then lost it.
Yeah.
They even Trunks lost his sword.
Not anymore.
Did it break in the series? I can't remember.
It did.
Did it break in the original
Now it's
series?
not.
No, in the original series.
Yeah.
This is different Trunks, I guess.
Pretty sure this is the same Trunks, right?
Different Trunks.
No, different Trunks.
From a different dimension.
Too many Trunks.
This Trunks is baby Trunks from the original series that grew up into this Trunks. Adult Trunks and the other one was baby one that grew up in different dimension, came back in time.
Chill out. Chill out.
That is like far from the most complicated thing to ever happen
you're
in an anime.
freaking out over this. It's fine. Relax. Just chill out. Go for sleep.
He traveled back in time and then now works in the Xenoverse games as a guy who stops people traveling in time because you shouldn't do that.
You alright?
I was suddenly awoken by that random bit of information.
Because it's wrong. But he did it, so it's fine.
Well then.
I don't know. It's just, what can you do?
So, who is Goku Black?
He's a bad guy.
Fucking hell. From what Jake has explained to me, who is in the comment section here, Goku Black is a character called Zamus, or Zamasu, who wished to be in Goku's body, and so they swapped bodies, and then he went to Goku, who was now far less powerful, I suppose, because he was in Zamis's body. Killed him, killed Chi-Chi, killed Gohan, and then proceeded to just rule over the place.
Couldn't you just get Ginyu to do all that?
I was going to say, so the villain in this is just better Ginyu.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, because he had to wish upon a dragon. Ginyu could have just done that on his own.
Was that Ginyu's
But technically...
body? Did they ever mention that?
What?
Is that what Ginyu looked like? Was that his body?
No,
or had he stolen it off someone?
Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
He's a frog now.
It is kinky.
No, Goku... I don't know if anything in Super is canon. It's like GT. Like, I don't know.
It's canon. GT is canon.
Says who?
Toriyama.
Fuck Toriyama.
He created it.
Yeah, Randy.
Fuck you, guy who made this. Fuck
you.
You don't tell me what's canon. You bitch.
Oh, he's crying. Oh, look. You're Akira Toriyama, aren't you?
Well, it uses elements from the movies, like Super Saiyan God.
Yes.
I guess. I mean, GT did seem like a weird because they were trying to...
It did seem like a weird.
It did seem like a weird because they were trying to cash in on Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. It was the fight mentality of Dragon Ball Z, but then they just made him Kid Goku again.
And the adventure for about 20 episodes.
Yeah, the adventure of Dragon Ball where they had to go across planets, and then they got a robot buddy.
He was cool.
Who ate a dragon radar. And then
I liked him.
Pan was there.
Yep.
And she couldn't go Super Saiyan because plot reasons.
Because she's a girl.
Because she's a girl and they couldn't figure out how to draw a female Super Saiyan. In the series, they gave the reason that her Saiyan blood was too diluted, but then her great-grandchildren turned into it anyway, completely undermining that point.
Well.
So, I think they just couldn't figure it out, which is dumb. Just from a visual standpoint, because they drew Trunks going Super Saiyan, and he had the exact same hairstyle as Pan, and he went Super Saiyan. So,
well,
I mean...
But then they couldn't do Pan with the same Super Saiyan. It would just be too confusing.
Why? Pretty much all look the same anyway.
Reasons?
That's true, Kane. There are reasons.
I guess you got me there. Shit.
Yeah.
Reasons. Well,
anyway.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, put the gun in your mouth. Pray to the only dragon god you know for forgiveness.
Super hyper mega Shenron.
Yeah.
That's probably it, right?
I don't want to talk about Dragon Ball anymore. It's making me upset because there's too many Shenrons and stuff. Yeah, there you go. Zephyr says the best reasons. Now, what's going on in like this week in news is
well,
I don't know. I don't know if I want to particularly talk about this for very long, only because it's incredibly sad. But there's been a lot of deaths in the industry.
Yeah, I know. What the hell?
Well, you said 3, which I thought you were referring to the same one I was. As you turns out,
even
you
more.
weren't. So now there's 4 deaths. Right?
I'm going to slide over and bring up who they are. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Voice actress from Sailor Moon. English voice actress from Sailor Moon.
Was she working on the new series?
I don't believe so. Yeah, Susan Asaron. She may have been. Oh, I'm not too sure, to be honest.
She was only 44.
Yeah, she was very young.
It doesn't tell her. Sorry, I'm looking for what she was in. It doesn't say who she was. Apart from she was in
Pluto.
Beyblade,
She was in Metabots.
Metabots, and Sailor Moon. So all the childhood ones we were talking about.
Yeah, so our childhood, I guess, dies with. Oh, I live in it as a joke. Dies.
You're going to turn off the jokes for a second.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Next.
Next. It was.
Didn't mean it that way.
I can't remember who was.
I love you trying to be like tactful. You're trying to be like nice about it, like say it in a respectful way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the chat we said there's a voice actor. This guy here, what's his?
Kazunari Tanaka at 49. He's also very young.
I said he's been in a lot of stuff, and as some Jan said in the chat, I know him because he's been in Haikyuu recently. He's been the coach, who's an awesome character, and you definitely recognize his voice if you've heard it. But he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, very veteran voice actor.
Wow.
Tamaki from Code Geass. Okay.
Anyone? Dragon Ball. What else?
He was the referee in Dragon Ball Super, probably one of his most recent roles.
I guess so. He was in Air Gear as a guy.
Who?
I don't remember.
Inuyama. Don't remember him.
Don't remember who Inuyama is. He was in Haikyuu. That's what they're saying here. It's Ukai. Man, he's been on a lot of stuff. So that sucks.
What a story
death does
that
suck.
I know, right?
Yeah, death does suck.
There was another too, like
yes, Boom Boom Satellite's vocalist,
which
Michiyuki Kawashima.
Which again, I only know from the most recent example, which is apparently the last song the band worked on, which is the opening for Kizuna Evil.
That's sad because
which was a good song.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I honestly hadn't heard of them before that, but I don't know a lot of things until
it looks like the band is disbanding following this.
Well, yeah, you probably would. And then one of the veteran Ghibli animators passed away.
Do you remember who that was? I can look it up.
I don't recall.
I can't remember her name off by heart, but she worked on a lot of the background art for Studio Ghibli films. So this is the in memoriam section of the podcast where we say,
the sad part in the middle.
Whatever.
Oh,
there's
come
another.
on! Literally, just news has broken.
Literally, news has broken of another voice actor who has passed away.
Piss off, universe!
Holy shit!
Gary Dubin.
Okay, I gotta look to see.
Yeah, so Macross,
Cowboy Bebop, Fist North Star
as Bat is one of the main characters. Yeah, so death is apparent.
What is this week?
It's just death.
Not a good week.
So
I'm gonna look for the name because I feel like we should say that.
Whatever gods whatever religions you subscribe to, may their gods bless you into the new life. That's all I have to say.
God damn it.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to something a lot more.
Well, that was upsetting.
Yeah, a little bit more cheerful.
I mean, you just went past it, okay?
Did I? Where?
No, sorry, my bad.
Hey, how great is that news that's blowing up that people are writing legit articles about because Britney Spears posted 2 pictures on her Instagram that show her son as Frieza.
Yeah,
and apparently that's worth writing a fucking article about.
What the fuck?
Yeah, people are legit. Like, I think it's cute because, I mean, she's a mum, but people are legit writing articles about it.
Full
articles about it.
What's to analyze?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, just articles about it.
No, there it is.
Michio Yasuda.
That's the one.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Color designer. Her last one was Ponyo. It seems.
Oh, she worked on Nausicaa.
Nausicaa is an absolute classic film, masterpiece.
Are you talking about the original dub attempt or the other one?
The other one.
You're not talking about the Star Warrior?
Don't mention that one ever.
It sucks. Oh, that's so bad.
Yes, never mention that.
Like a little.
Just get the chat back up here in that blank area so I can see what everyone's talking about.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, no, that attempt at translating a movie into English, that sucked.
Yeah, they don't always get it right, do they?
No, they don't. That was terrible. They completely got rid of the message of the film and tricked a whole bunch of people into thinking there would be these giant monsters in it.
Yep.
And they weren't. It was about a girl and a hang glider and a bunch of bugs.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. That's marketing done wrong. I can tell you that much.
Bring that chat back up, please.
I'm bringing the chat back up.
Dude, it takes offense to everything, doesn't it?
I'm going to slide back in the camera. There we go.
You done?
Yeah, I'm bad. What are you going to do?
Bye, Neon Pro. What are you going to do? What? Oh, anyway. Bye, Neon Pro. Have a good night. I don't understand the shit that comes out of your mouth sometimes. It's just so random. It's just like nothing words that come out to like break silence.
Words.
Yeah.
I say words.
Yeah, okay. Shut up now. So, other news.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm asking. Other news? No, Pokemon.
Our
usual
Pokemon
came out.
weekly until the game comes out.
Which I'm kind of half not even in the mood to talk about because we do talk about so much.
We got the evolves of Jangmo and Type Null and Bound Sweets evolves as well and Cutieflies evolve, right?
Yes.
Also, Alolan, Grimer, and Muck.
Which look shithouse.
Yeah, they look really crap, man.
They're so weird.
Muck? This weird, like, multicolored Muck that continues to change?
What?
Tie-dye Muck, man.
What are they meant to be?
Like, tri-dye.
They are meant to be, based on the actual descriptions from the game, they're meant to be Grimer that were brought to the island to eat a bunch of garbage to take care of their garbage problem. And then it changed them because they were eating a bunch of horrible garbage. And it made them even more poisonous and horrible than they used to be.
What was it? What was going on that island that their garbage was worse than the rest of the world's garbage?
I think it was just that they specifically brought them in for the intent of eating garbage. Instead of just they did it, they basically put them in a buffet of trash, garbage, and all other kinds of nonsense.
Made them super poisoned.
Yep. Those aren't teeth that it has. Those are just chunks of poison.
Yep. Just don't work like that.
Oh, I don't care for that one. The rest of them look great.
I must say that Seal Valley, which I don't like the name that much, there's more and more seemingly connections to Arceus or Arceus or however you say it, such as its ability, the RKS system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that it looks fucking like Arceus.
Yeah, and it had its ring and it broke it off. And I'm trying to think of what that would stand for. What's because of RKS now?
No
Something
idea,
kill system.
Yep.
Kill. That would be used in a Pokemon game.
All kill system.
All kill system.
Yeah.
No, I think it's what we kind of were theorizing back when it first introduced. The helmet would come off. It would get stronger. They hinted at it pretty heavily.
I find the name to be weird.
Valley.
Is it something to do with Silicon Valley? That's what I could only think of.
Possibly, as it's created, and it uses memory disks.
In the Japanese, it was like Saruvadi.
Yeah, which sounds awesome.
Because it sounds like a
god, like a Hindu god.
Like Sarasvati, the Hindu god.
That's like Sarasvati. But it's cool. You can get one. That's cool.
Yep.
How do you get one?
I don't know how.
Oh.
But just show it. Keep showing it.
Yeah.
Again, probably a hint that the enemy trainer is not a bad guy.
I imagine he's going to give it to you. That's the only way that can go.
Yeah, could give it to you if it's specialized, or if he keeps it.
And then make a second one.
Well,
oh, just for you, that would ruin it.
No, I mean more that it evolving under his care would be one of those. Well, clearly he's not a bad guy because it liked him enough to change. Which they've back in Gold and Silver when Silver had a Crobat, and everyone's like, "Well, Crobat only evolves through friendship, so he's not a dickhead, obviously." Yeah. Even though I named him that because it was funny.
Yeah, I named him Dickhead.
So there's a few little things that they could put in there, but if it's a god-killing machine, I assume that's going to come into the plot somehow.
No.
It's a god killer owned by a guy who hates authority.
No.
And lives in a world where they have guardian deities on each island.
Nah, it won't come up.
Shit is going to go down in a major way. And it's going to be full of tattoos and weird hairstyles and a bunch of Gizmezes throwing up gang signs.
Oh, fuck. Bam, 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 bam,
that's Gizmez, baby.
That's Gizmez. Then wait till Guzmez comes in. His twin brother Guzmez.
He's going to come in. The situation is going to get complicated when Guzmez comes into it.
Well, you see, here's the thing is that I think Guzmez, you kill Guzmez in the game.
Oh.
Death. Because then he says, because what we theorized was he says, "Hey, what up? It's your boy Guzmez." But then when you kill him, another Guzmez turns up, and you're like, "What?" But he doesn't say, "Hey, what up? Your boy is good." He says, "Knock, knock, open up the door. It's Gizmez."
Yes.
And then you go, "What?"
You know what? Actually, I think is going to happen.
That's not Guzmez.
I think that they're trying to trick us.
Why?
With all these reveals. What I think is going to happen is Guzmez is going to be there, and he's going to be, what up, it's your boy Guzmez.
Yeah.
Type Null's going to turn up. Helmet's going to break. What up?
Second Guzmez.
Guzmez 2. Tuzmez.
Under
there.
Oh my god.
They created him in an attempt to gain his power because Guzmez is the strongest character ever.
True. He is
Tuzmez
the ultimate life form.
Can I say though? Yes. I think there is going to be a Gizmez, right? But once again, a second type Null is going to turn up.
Yeah.
But they keep making reference to like there was one in between that failed.
Oh yeah.
Its helmet breaks off. It's Gizmez's face. It's Threesmez.
Threesmez. Wow. Guzmez, Tuzmez, and Threesmez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the brothers they got to share.
Man, we're ripping this wide open.
Yeah. So people are thinking, oh, alchemy, it's going to be the death and rebirth of Pokemon. Nah, it's just a game about Guzmez and Gizmez.
And Threesmez.
and Tuzmez and Threesmez.
Yep.
And And that's about it, really. Realistically, I mean, what else could it be? Explain to me.
I think that's
pretty sure you
literally
hit
on the fucking head.
That's literally the only possible answer.
Sun and moon busted wide open.
Right on the nose pass. I'm
right
telling you.
here, done live. We've brought the house down.
All right, wide open.
Anyway, we'll be right back. Our next guest is Bruce Willis. He'll be coming to talk about his new movie, whatever it is. Yeah, no, I definitely think that Gizmez is in. No, I think this dude. What was his name? It was this guy with type null? What's his name?
Gladion?
Yeah, Gladiolus. I think Gladiolus is definitely a good guy.
Yeah.
There's no way he can't be. Truth be told, they wouldn't make someone that evil.
I think Team Skull is actually going to be just
the good guys.
At most petty thieves. But I think they ultimately will be like
little suspicious of the Ether Foundation. And they could turn out to be good guys, but they could turn out to be good guys because it's Pokemon and you can walk into people's house and they give you stuff. But could be evil.
Well, that's when you say knock open the door, it's Gizmez.
And they go, oh, here's the TM.
They let you in. Is Gizmez out there?
Gizmez is actually right behind me. He's just really shy. Like, here's another TM.
Oh, second TM.
Second TM.
Yeah.
Different TM.
Get that out of my fucking face.
Yeah, you find those in garbage cans.
Garbage cans next to a fucking radioactive grinder.
Oh my god.
Sucking up the radio from set in Hawaii.
What?
What?
It's got something to do with what?
What was that, Frank?
Drugs? Is it drugs? You're thinking about the drugs?
What's Hawaii? What do they make?
I'll tell you after.
Pineapples?
Oh, I have a pen.
Spam is about spam.
Your pineapple. Yeah, pineapple. What am I supposed to say?
That's so funny to me.
What is that thing?
It's just a dude.
Pineapple.
I have a pen. I have a pineapple.
Pineapple
pen.
Apple. Pineapple.
Pineapple pen.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the fuck is
The internet is weird.
Are we done? No one's talking. We've lost the crowd.
No one likes you.
No one cares anymore. Everyone's left.
Shall we go into the Attack on Titan spoiler?
No one cares about Kung Fu Dragon.
All right, guys, let's do it. Who's ready for the Attack on Titan spoiler section?
Kung Fu Dragon.
Kung Fu Dragon? Never mention that again.
Why don't care about Kung Fu Dragon?
Maybe Kung Fu.
No, it's just fight. He just fights stuff, but it's funnier to say Kung Fu Dragon. That's what I think.
R.I.P. podcast. Oh. Zafira, you're too hard on us.
Yeah, don't be mean.
Don't be mean.
Technically, this is news.
Nah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that was a really weird high voice.
Here's my theory before we go into the spoilers.
Do you want to explain?
I reckon the Titans are actually big people the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You ever thought about that?
Yeah.
You ever think that?
Now that you mention it,
big guys.
The illusion
that
is
someone was
shattered.
like, "Fuck, these are monsters." Nah, it's just that big guy and fucking doing a nudie run out in the fucking woods or whatever the fuck they are.
They weren't just really close to you; they were just actually big people.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And
this whole time,
when you look out very far away and it looks like they're right next to me. No. They're really...
What optical illusion?
You're really already eaten because they... Yeah. It's dog eat dog world.
Yeah, no dogs in it though.
Dog eat dog.
No dog.
Big dog.
It's a dog eat dog world.
Big dog of the yard is the Titan, colossal one. What can I say about that? That's what I just said about it. Spoil away, okay? Tell me I'm right.
No, hold on. This is the most you that you are, and I'm not sure you were this before me and Kane started doing that impression of you.
That sounds good.
I think, hold on a second. I think that you and then we have, the three of us created this.
Yes. I am type null.
We made you.
The helmet's coming off. Who is it? Oh, it's Three's Mess. Oh, no. Oh,
here I am.
Should we tell the story about how you got hit on by Yokai Watch too?
Yeah, if you want.
Can we reenact it?
Yep.
All right. You be Kane. You know what? For this, legitimately, don't be a bit killer.
Yokai Watch now, please.
Stop. Let me be you. This is the way I think it's going to go.
Right.
Roll with me, but make sure that you say these words somewhere in the conversation, right? Hey, you should give me your friend code, and we'll hang out sometime and play Yokai Watch together. Just make sure you say that eventually when it fits. You dig?
Okay.
All right, so I'm walking in. Don't bit kill.
Could I be me?
No, you're no one.
So
shut up for a second. No, it's funny. So I walk in. I go. I'll be Luke. Can I have the yokais now, please?
Sorry, that's...
One yokais now.
Mm.
Hello.
One yokais. Wait, hang on. I just have to know for my own reason. Was the reason that this happened because the person was Luke-esque? Or
no, she was a regular girl. Let's just say regular girl?
Regular person
yes.
or Luke-ish?
Let's say you're saying regular girl?
She was regular.
Okay, go run with that.
Okay, so
ready? We'll start again.
Regular shopkeep.
Right. We'll start again. Hello, one yokais now.
The one that came out today?
Yes, I want both. Keep going.
Okay. I'm just gonna assume they're behind the counter and I'll put them up on the counter.
Are those for me?
They're what you asked for.
Yes.
Yes.
Are they?
Correct.
Yes. Are they both of them?
They are both.
I want both of them. What is for my brother, Bo? Do you know him?
I don't.
He's like me, but younger.
That's nice to know. Thank you. You seem
Thank
very
you.
nice buying
Yes,
this for your
thank you.
brother. That's very nice of you.
Yes. I'm paying by cash. Okay, hold on. Start again.
Did you pay by cash?
Did you pay by cash?
I paid my card.
All right, start again. All right,
Rumbles around
Carry
that.
cash like a peasant.
We'll barrel on. All right, ready? I'm going to walk in, and you know what? This time you go, do the greeting thing they usually do. I go straight up to the counter, all right?
Okay, you go up to the counter and say,
Right,
yes, can
at
I
the
help
counter.
you? Can I help you?
Hello, one yokais now? Actually, I meant two.
Okay, the one that came out today?
Yes, they have different names, but are same.
They do, one of each.
Yes, one is for my brother, Bo.
That's very nice.
Do you know him?
I don't. And then I put the games on the table.
Yes. Are those for me? Can I have them now?
What
How
you
much
pay me?
do I pay you now?
Twice what one costs.
Hey, and what is that? $35?
I'm going to assume no. I'm probably going to say it's like $55 or something like that.
Good price. Good wager.
That's
I will
what
take it.
I do that. I need to do that.
It's a deal. Give them to me
We
now.
weren't bartering. That's just what they cost. You can't change that.
Good deal. I'll take it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
Cash or card?
Little bit of both.
Can't do that. That's not how that works.
Okay, just card then.
One with card, one with cash if you feel like it.
Just cash then.
Okay. Okay.
Just kidding. Here is my card.
Don't do that. Don't talk with my emotions like that. All right. It's been a busy day. It was a long day.
Yes. I love Yokai's watch. You have to say
I
it.
did actually say that.
I love that. You're gonna say it. If you don't fucking say it, we're never gonna end.
Okay. Next part then probably they say
I love
they're
Yokai's
also
watch.
interested in it. I imagine they say they're also interested in it.
Yes, many people
Say that
are.
you should give it the friend code sometime.
No, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. I love Yokai's watch.
Okay, and then I assume.
So does my brother.
Then I should say, I also like your Yokai watch. Perhaps you should give me your brother's friend code so we can.
Sorry, I have enough friends.
Oh. Is that what you said? How'd you follow that up? What did you follow? Huh?
She says to me, out of nowhere.
She says to me, Frank, out of nowhere it was. Zero warning. Zero warning, completely off guard was I
Give me
caught.
your friend code. I say, I don't know it. Do you?
Do you?
I said, who knows it? Nobody does. And then I said, look, I am on the Twitter. I gave my Twitter instead. And then I said, thank you for the games. Goodbye. And I left.
And she also gave you a free pack of Yokai Watch medals.
Yes.
Which you...
I said, what is this for? And she goes, it is part of the deal.
No, it is not.
And I said, thank you
Part
for
of
that.
the deal, wink.
Wink. Did she wink?
Was there a wink?
Well, she says, maybe we could play together sometime.
Hey now.
And I said,
You're an
You
old
are
star.
a rock star.
and I said,
Shit.
well, add me onto Twitter and maybe, and then I left.
When? Because for some reason you rang Crystal before you rang me. and I was at lunch at work. I was at work, but I was having lunch with her.
Yeah.
And she's just like, what? You free medals? I think that was hitting on you, Luke. And then she had it explained to me. And it definitely sounded like it got hit on.
Look, so here's the story from the word of the horse's mouth. The horse being me. Because you didn't understand that one. I went in. Look, I went to the Target, didn't have the fucking game. Can you give me the game now? I want the game. Give. And I said, you know what else?
What is for Bo? Make sure you remember that.
Exactly right. I said, give me the game. And same price as Target now.
You demanded price match.
I did. Of course I did. And she goes, absolutely no worries, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And then
she called you sir twice.
Yes.
How respectful.
And then she says, also, here's free yokai medals. I said, oh, thank you very much. What is the reason of this? It is the deal. The art of the deal, as Donald Trump has said before.
And what is the reason of this?
And look, I said to her, I love Yokai Watch so much.
Oh, fuck.
And she goes, have you watched the anime series before? I said, yes, I have. My favorite is Koma-san.
He said this exactly like this.
And then she says to me, what do you think of the song? And I said, which one? They were all great. Then... let me cut you off. That is a very you thing to say. Because anyone else, it would immediately be like, yeah, they're all pretty good. You straight away, they are all great. That is your go-to for everything. Yep.
They're all great.
Yep. And then I say to her, look, also booster pack here, please. Bada bing, bada boom, you know?
If you said bada bing, bada boom,
and then
we can't be friends anymore.
I did say bada bing, bada boom.
No, you didn't.
And then she says to me, here's free yokai medals.
Bada bing.
That was part of the deal.
Wait later for the bada boom.
And then she tells me about she watched the whole series in 2 days on Netflix. Loved it. Koma-san was also her favorite, would you believe it? then
he's telling this to the guy behind him in line.
She says to me,
can you believe it?
She says to me, oh my swells, like Koma-san would say. And I said,
you said, I don't understand the reference. I'm sorry.
What is going on here? And then she asked me for the friend code.
Did she actually say, oh my swirls?
She did.
Okay.
She did. And then she says to me, maybe we could hang out and play the game together sometime. I pretty much said, I don't know my friend code. Here is my Twitter. Grabbed my things, left, and then gone. I was.
Did she follow you?
I don't know. I get followed by millions of people every day.
Millions? You have 2,000 followers, which already is an outstanding amount.
Yes.
You want to know the funniest thing, and I want to stress this, and I can't stress this enough to anyone listening.
Try.
There is zero exaggeration when we speak about how Luke deals with customer service.
Yeah, it's
zero,
embarrassing.
Not zip, nada.
Embarrassing.
Not one iota of any kind of hyperbole. Because I've been with him.
Shameful.
Behind him in line, next to him in line. He speaks like this.
In the same car in drive-thru.
And yeah.
Which is the worst because he screams over the passenger seat.
He does.
How would they hear me, Frank?
If you want Luke to be the kind of person that asks for specific orders and then gives names of people in the car, like people in the drive-in actually give a goddamn about it by saying, can I have a burger for Frank, please? No one gives a shit.
He did. I love that when he broke that one out, that addition to the bit, where he was just like, okay, I'll have the frozen Coke. And also a second frozen Coke for my friend Kane, if that's okay with you.
The other one recently was we went to, I think it was Macca's, and they had some kind of new flavor slushy. And Luke didn't know what it was because he hadn't had it before.
That was my favorite. Was that the melon?
No, it's a different one. Oh. This was the other day when you had to wait half an hour for a not burger.
Yeah.
And he stood there at the counter and basically and possibly literally asked the woman behind the counter what the merits of this new flavor were.
I must know. I don't like to buy blindly, Kane. I like to know what I'm paying my hard-earned $1 on.
I feel like he asked the person why that would be better than the flavors they already had before this one.
Yes, of course.
And he talks like that too.
Oh my god.
He talks like that.
Was it the
He
blue
went up to
lemonade?
someone and said, "Hey, that's a new color. What is this flavor that you have here? On the right there, the green one." And then they say it's like some sour thing. You go, that's interesting. What does it taste like?
I must know.
There was two. I have two examples of that. One is the blue slushy. It was blue lemonade.
What is the difference?
And you went, blue. That is different to the standard clear.
Yes.
What does this taste like?
I love that
Why is it blue?
he goes into Showboat Luke, but fake professional Luke.
Yes.
Because he stops using contractions
Yep.
and uses more eloquent words.
Yes,
Where he will say, "What is this flavor?
Yeah.
Is it this? Correct?"
Yeah. Do you know what
That
Luke?
is correct. Yeah.
The way Luke talks is like a really excited alien that has recently taken the skin of a human being and is trying to fit in.
My word, what is this magnificent flavor?
So like,
That's water, you jackass. What are you doing?
this person is small and furry. What race is this? And someone goes, "It's a dog." Dog is his name? Okay. That is Luke. When the fucking blue lemonade was funny because you go, "Explain to me now, why is it blue?" And she goes, "It's just blue food coloring." He says, "Does it taste any different to lemonade?" She goes, "Not really." He goes, "I guess I'll just have the standard Coke then."
I
Like, you
watched
changed.
blue.
And then when you got the fucking melon one, you're like, "Oh, I love melon. It is my
I
favorite
do love
flavor of
melon.
sweets." Excuse me, what type of melon flavor is this? He fucking asked. The guy was like, it's just like a melon. He was like, "Is it watermelon perhaps?" And he goes, "Oh, not really."
No, there's many different melons.
Is it rock melon perhaps? And then the guy was like, "Nah, it's just melon flavored." And he's like, "I will take it anyway." In the end, you either, like, I know there's only two choices regardless, but just the way that you decide on that choice is just so much funnier that you're like, they can usually in any other situation, it's like, well, they haven't given me enough information. So me as a person that enjoys information, I will not take that product every time. With you, whether they do or do not give adequate information, you just on the fly go yes or no. There is no like a habit to it.
I feel like Luke is the kind of person who makes his choice immediately, and then for some reason just keeps talking.
And bangs on. Yeah.
20 minutes ago, you knew you wanted that damn melon.
100% he knew.
But you decided to
Driving in.
ask him, what does it taste like? Is it this melon? Is it that melon? Is it what? All of the melons together? What kind of melon is it?
Yeah, because he knew because he saw the commercial about 20 minutes
Yes,
before.
I'm a curious cat.
Yes, you are a
What the fuck is
curious
this?
cat.
It's a cat.
You're a curious cat.
All right, now we've lost the audience again. Shall we go on with the Attack on Titan
Frank,
spoiler
we never
cast?
had the audience.
No, we did.
We
I'm
did.
telling you, they are big boys.
Big bad boys. From outer space.
Yes, that's right.
I get the reference.
Now tell me, are they big boys or are they alien boys?
They're big boys.
Are they Zoid boys?
So, legitimately, we are going to spoil the most recent chapter of Attack on Titan because Kane brought to our attention that it single-handedly explains all of the backstory of Attack on Titan,
Yes.
and it is not what anyone could have possibly anticipated.
It also raises a lot of questions.
It's got a lot of, and not to offend, not that my words alone will offend, but it has a lot of relation to World War II, Auschwitz specifically, the Nazi regime and rule.
It really does. Talk about non-actual wartime stuff with the Witch series. Is that a
No, like
it's kind of yeah, that kind of does a lot. I didn't even follow it. I don't know why. I just kind of saw some stuff come up and decided to read it because I think it was kind of, hey, this is the reason for stuff. This is the look at this. Look at the answers. They went to the basement. Isn't that amazing?
So the funniest thing about them going to the basement is that, Kane, you explained that the key that Eren's father gave him did not unlock the door to the basement, so they just kicked the fucking door in. Which makes me think that It's
Wait,
unnecessary.
that actually happened?
You said it to us
The
before.
key didn't open the door to the basement. The key opened something in the basement.
So they somehow got into the basement. I assume because they can turn into gargantuan creatures, they smashed the fuck out of it and just got in.
I don't remember how they did. I think one of them might have just kicked it.
Sure, because it's a fucking wooden door, right? So anyone could have gotten in with a big hammer.
Yeah. With the camera and
Well then.
Aaron, was it Aaron? Is this who discovered the basement at the time?
I think it's Aaron and the group of main people.
Right.
So I think it's Aaron, Armin, Mikasa, and then I think Hanji and maybe Levi were there.
Right.
I can't remember.
Oh wait, if anyone doesn't want to hear this, I'm gonna log it up. So they
Frank will lose 50% of
No,
our
fuck him. Zafiri says, those wacky Nazis.
Pretty much.
So they go to the basement and they find a book and a picture, correct?
Yes.
And the book and the picture basically describe not only Aaron's backstory, but the backstory of the entire world. Kane, do you want to take over from here for the moment? I'm going to go to the little boy's room and come back to, obviously, a half-cocked conversation.
Pretty much.
Go on.
So, from what I gathered from the scans and whatnot, the photo is what kind of was the whole point of the last chapter. There was a photo.
Yes.
The inherent thing being that a photo exists, meaning the technology to take a photo exists. Then they went into the backstory. I'm assuming it was the diary of Aaron's dad.
Yep. Well, it seems like it. Who else would it be?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's his. I don't know. It felt like it came completely out of left field. They went into the backstory and explained that Aaron's dad used to live in a different town because the town they are currently in and all of the walls is on an island. They were from the mainland
Okay.
in a town where Aaron's dad and his entire race, culture, ethnicity, something, lived in what they call the slums or a ghetto or something.
The ghetto.
Forced to wear armbands that identify them immediately as descendants of a specific race or tribe and are treated like garbage by everyone else who lives in the town.
Yes.
Which carries some pretty heavy overtones immediately.
Do you want to explain where Titans actually came from?
Yeah, I think we all knew this was coming, but Titans obviously came when someone made a deal with the devil.
Yep. Satan made Titans.
To be fair, as far as we know, Satan made Titans. It is a story, and stories generally tend to be false.
Well, she made a deal with the devil and Titans. She turned to a Titan, right?
Yep, she did. This is way back in the past.
How many years ago was it?
Like 1800 or something. Some woman became a Titan by making a deal with the devil. This is all the information that we know right now.
She was the first Titan.
She was the first Titan. She died eventually. Her soul became 9 other Titans, who apparently took control of the world for 1700 years and actively participated in eugenics and ethnic cleansing. A town fought back and won, reclaiming the land from these beasts, pushing them away. The humans who were descendants of the Pact Maker and her kin are now treated as garbage, human garbage, locked up in camps, or, just slums in general. The rest of them amscrade and skedaddle over to the island, which is where the story takes place, apparently. And, that kind of happened. And then Aaron's dad grew up in a world where he could be killed at any moment because his great-great-grandfather did some shifty nonsense. And then decided to join a resistance who were trying to gain the power of the Titans and fight back against the other people who have the power of the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you...
Yeah. That's how that goes.
But if you look at the chapter, there's a lot... I don't know if you mentioned this. There's a lot... Visually, It's very much World War II.
Very much so.
Yeah.
The technology that they have, and also, like I said, just armbands that have something that looks like a star on it.
Like an
Really?
it looks like a Star of David.
It looks like an explosion, but kind of a star anyway.
It's very strange.
Yep.
But it's.
Yep.
I guess it shouldn't be in it.
It's heavy. It's a lot heavier than I thought.
Dude, it's super heavy.
And Attack on Titan was heavy because of death and fighting against a threat that destroyed humanity as a whole.
Is it fair to say that the entire walled society they live in is a concentration camp of some kind?
Well, more
the wall that,
like, by the explanation that
in that city, pretty much the walls of whatever their town is called. I don't remember what it's called.
Shingansa or something like
That's
that?
where Aaron's from.
I think it's more along the lines of like what Australia once was. It's like they sent their criminals to that island, right? And then eventually they like rebelled, and because isn't that what they called paradise? Is that what they were referring to?
The island is called Paradis.
Right, because the dad was saying, the dad of what was his name, Grisha?
Grisha Yeager.
He was like, oh, if you
Aaron's
say this,
dad.
if you say this shit to people, they'll send us to Paradis, which I think is they were referring to the island. So what I imagine is they were sending their their big kind of criminals to that island. Eventually, that island became what it is now. Am I getting that right?
My presumption is that the human race had isolated Titans to an island, and they have been sending criminals or people who don't follow the rules to this island, basically to be Titan fodder.
I think what it is the people who are descendant of the original Titan, the people that can become Titan shifters,
Satan's best friends,
that can become the shifters, the ones that managed to escape the purge. The king protected them in the walls.
Hey, sorry to interrupt you, but because you said purge, did you also mention that within the Scanlation they directly mentioned wiping out several races?
Oh yeah, apparently the Titans wiped out a bunch of races in their
particularly Asians.
The term, what was it?
Ethnic cleansing.
Ethnic cleansing was thrown around.
Eugenics.
Eugenics, that was thrown around a couple times.
Yeah. From what I gather, the king put up the walls to protect his citizens from the other country that was readily going to attack them, and made the walls and said, "Don't come here." The other people, I think they have Titans as well. I think, again, it was a scan, so there were a lot of, you don't know how trustworthy it is, but I think they have the ability to turn people into Titans, and I think if they didn't like people, they just turn them into a Titan and put them on that island and hope that they just wander around and maybe kill the other people. I think that's the idea. I don't know.
Oh, and as it turns out, the Beast Titan, did you say this part yet?
I didn't say that.
As it turns out, the Beast Titan, whose real name is,
I think it's Zeke.
Zeke?
Which is a badass name.
This is a nice name. As it turns out, is the half-brother to Eren. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Because he's probably going to be the main villain now, right?
Yeah.
Because Grisha?
He's been in the series for a bit. From what I don't really read it constantly. I just keep up on the facts because I like the anime and I think it's interesting, and I wanted to see how close any of us were to what the story was going to be, but none of us were.
We're all wrong.
All wrong. So Zeke is the half-brother to Eren. Grisha had a different family before marrying Eren's mother and having him. What else?
I think for me the biggest takeaway, besides like all the Nazi Holocaust and all that sort of shit, for me the biggest takeaway was the fact that the origin of the Titans seemingly has some kind of religious background to it. It was almost spoken of like in a way you would see a story in the Bible. Oh, then Satan did this or something like that.
Yeah, she made a deal with
Satan.
Again, I'm curious to see
Satan of the Earth.
If they can even explain that, or that's just going to be
the explanation.
The explanation, the element that they never really delve into.
Or
because a lot of times they've done that where it's a series and they usually do it in series where people have powers. They worship them as gods in the past or treat them as demons, but nowadays it's just they have powers.
Can I say? I just want to interrupt us. The comment section are kind of creating the American adaptation of Attack on Titan.
Tom Cruise as Eren.
I'd love to read this out. Bazza says something little boy something explosions. Zafira rebuts with, I see you've read the Michael Bay script for the new Attack on Titan film. Then it goes on from there. Zafira says the wall will be defended by M1 Abrams and the founding fathers. Bazza says there'll be a few dick jokes here and there. Need at least 5 product placements. Zafira says Tom Cruise will play Eren. It'll be grand. A Starbucks will get blown up in the first scene. And Frankie says she would love to see that. I think
that's pretty much the premise of most of these movies.
Yep.
Including Transformers. They make a few jokes in there that don't actually make sense.
We're going to actually... Baz, we are going to start a GoFundMe page for this. We're going to make this movie.
Yeah.
We will make this movie.
But it would have to have a different name because Attack on Titan isn't punchy enough to be a movie.
Yeah, so what we call it...
Because what did they call...
Because every good movie starts off with a name only.
What did they call the first time? What did they call All You Need Is Kill? What did they change it to?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Then they changed it to Live, Die, Repeat. Because there needed to be more clarity of what the movie was about.
That movie was marketed poorly.
It's a good movie, but...
It was a good movie. It was surprisingly good.
What's the movie called, though? What's the American Attack on Titan called?
Huh.
Big Bad Boys from Outer Space.
Big Bad Boys.
I think it has a real punchy name. We can come up with that. So we're saying so the comments are saying that Tom Cruise plays Eren. So it's an older Eren. He must always run from things.
That dude, he run
because that guy can fucking run.
That dude can run for ages.
I've seen exactly one Tom Cruise movie, and he can run.
What movie was that?
Live, Die, Repeat.
You've seen what? After the podcast, we will show you the full scene from Mission Impossible 3, where he runs on camera for about 2 minutes.
Yep.
Just panning shot. He runs. It would have to be like the same naming scheme as a game or something, which is like Rise of the Titans or something. But then that would be too confusing.
Have this one.
Everyone's favorite movie, Clash of Titans.
I got it. Ready for this one? For this one.
Yep.
Titanfall.
Well, that could be.
I've got one.
Yeah.
Titan AE.
Wow.
Oh, what does AE stand for?
After Eren.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Oh, and this one. Clash of the Titans.
I'm a big fan of that one.
Yeah.
Big fan of the Titan word.
Yeah. Any other ones?
What about this one? Titanic.
Oh.
Pretty good, right?
How about this one?
Yeah.
We changed the spelling of Titanic so that it is THAI. We open up a Thai restaurant.
They already have that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I think it's down there. I think it's
shit.
It's down the street.
I think they have one. Fuck. Damn. It's got to be punchy. What could it be?
How about this one? Knights of Titonia.
What about so you put Arnold Schwarzenegger starring Titan Recall.
Okay.
Total Recall.
Okay, I think we're getting closer.
Okay, so Schwarzenegger as Eren.
Okay.
Fuck. What a perfect fit. I don't say that often, but what a perfect fit.
Here's another one. We've worked it in as the new installment of Mission Impossible franchise. Mission Impossible, Titan Nation.
Titan Nation. Wow.
No more Rogue Nation.
No more Rogue Nation, just straight up Titan Nation.
No, it's a nation of Titans.
It is a nation of Titans.
And Tom Cruise must take them all out himself.
Rise of the Planet of the Titans.
There we go.
There you go. That's a good
one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one.
Rise
off
of the
dome.
I know.
Just off the dome.
My God, that's incredible.
I try.
There's some good names out there.
I try.
Oh man, I mean, like, let's see. There's plenty out there, but I'm not smart enough to figure them out straight away. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Terminator 3, Rise of Titans.
Wow. You can call it T3.
Hey.
T3. Gone in 60 Titans.
Wow. Wow. That's a really good one.
Yeah. That's
My God.
Yes, indeed.
You know. Yep. Yep.
Ah.
What about this one? Starring Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Eyes Wide Tightened.
Wow. Back at it again. Wow.
Perfect.
Adriana says, why is this so amusing to contribute to? Lol. Titan Nation Day.
Titan Nation Day.
Okay, I'm done. Run away. It's a great film. It'll have
That's a good one. The Titan Witch Project. That's a good one.
There's so many. Titan is so. Oh, it's you can bend it and shape it any way you want. Clash of the Titans.
That's a good one. We can do that.
Wow. Oh my God.
How about this one? Another one on Tom Cruise. Jerry McTitan.
Jerry McTitan. Jerry McTitan.
Show me the Titan.
That's Aaron.
Show me the Titan.
Everyone knows
On the
Aaron
wall.
says that. Everyone knows Aaron
Exactly.
says that in the first bit.
He
Trans Titans we've got Citizen Titan.
Oh, that's a good
What
one.
about
Hey,
Teen
Rosebud.
Titans?
Oh my God.
Rosebud.
Right? It's Aaron's final words.
Oh no,
Rosebud.
he died.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out.
That's so
Yeah,
sad.
that's right.
What did you say?
Teen Titans?
When there's trouble, you know who to call, don't you?
Aaron Yeager.
Aaron Yeager is the song. The Titan Driver. Too fast, too Titan.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's
How about
not
that?
bad,
We
yeah,
can
that's
call
not
it
bad.
T2.
A few good Titans.
You got it.
Blazing Titan.
A few good Titans. Titan Balls. That's the X-rated version. I think.
That's a Brooks version.
Mr. Mel Brooks. Suicide Squad.
Fast and the Furious Tokyo Titan.
Oh, God. How about this one? Go on for you. Gulliver's Travels.
Hey!
One Titan.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
The spin-off series, One Titan, played by Jack Black. He can do. He's like shoot him up, beep, bump, 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 whatever he fucking does in every movie that he's in. Right? Yeah. How's that one?
That's good.
It's pretty good.
I think that's pretty fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Bet you can't think of another one or several.
What do you think?
Yeah.
There's gonna be.
I'm gonna let you think.
Okay.
Take all the time you need.
Ace Van Titan.
Wow. Wow.
that one.
Good.
I really didn't think he had one in him.
I never would have guessed that one.
No, I didn't think he had one in him.
Pacific Titan. There we go.
Wow.
That's a good one. Pacific Titan.
I would have gone with Titanic Rim, but
Yeah.
you know, I'm just saying. Wow, I can't believe Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Titans. How's that one?
That's a good one.
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit Titanium. Oh my God. Wow. Oh.
The Bucket Titan.
Bucket Titan.
Sure.
I'm trying to think of some other ones.
Yeah.
This is going on for a long time, but I'm having fun.
This one, Titan Gump.
Oh my God. Starring Tom Cruise.
Just like in the original.
Just like in the original. The Texas Titan Massacre.
My neighbor Titan.
My neighbor Toad Titan.
Now you see Titan.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Saving Private Titan.
Oh,
That's the one.
I like that one.
That one rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Saving Private Titan.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. What else we got? I think
Ocean's 11 Titans.
Oh, there's 11 Titans.
Yep.
Like, why not?
Fuck it. Yep. Ocean's 11 Titans.
Why the
Yeah.
not? Why not?
Yeah. A few good Titans. Someone said that already.
Mission Titan.
Mission Titan.
What else we got?
Wow. That's
Titan Impossible 2.
Black Titan. There is no Black Titans.
Mission Titan. Titan Impossible 2.
There's no Black Titans. There's no
Well, they cleansed all the race, didn't they?
That's fucking true.
Cleansing.
That's true.
Shit.
It makes sense in context.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, I'm dying. Have we tapped out? I feel like maybe we've tapped out on that one.
There's got to be a million more.
Do you think there's a million more? I
there
think
has to be at least.
there's not even a
more.
single one more.
Oh,
except for Lethal Titan.
Lethal Titan.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Titan.
Schindler's Titan.
Oh, fuck. That's actually kind of real.
That one actually fits.
Did you say that because it was up in the list?
Yeah, I just read it. I read that one off.
30 Days of Titan.
My God. Passion of the Titan.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's like Passion of Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got one for me?
I don't know. I'm trying
Bring
to
it
think
on,
of one.
boy.
I'm trying to think of one.
Mad Max Beyond Titan Dome.
There you go. That's kind of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Mad Max Titan Road.
I was going to say Titan.
Just imagine Mad Max with Titans.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
The Road Titan.
Oh.
But that's when they release it in America. They have to change it.
That's his name is Max Rocket Titan.
Max Rocket Titan. That is absolutely his
Kill
name.
Titan.
This one.
Kill Titan.
007 in Titan another day.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh. Can't put one more. Can't even get one more in there. We've tapped it out, I think.
The world is not a Titan.
Whoa! The world is not enough. Not enough for a Titan's
I've
death.
got all of them up there. I can just try and read them.
Like every James Bond movie into a
Titan?
License to Titan, The Living Titan, Golden Titan, Titan Never Dies,
Wow.
That's a good one.
Keep going. These aren't getting old.
Diet of the Titan,
Whoa!
Titan Royale,
Actually, I like that one. Titan Royale.
Quantum of Titan,
Or Titan of Solace.
Yeah, Titan of Solace.
Titanfall.
The
That was unexpected.
Titan Story. I like that one.
Snake
That's a good
Eater
He's the man.
that you cannot eat. Sorry, I mean
Because he is a snake.
liquid. Jake was showing me this video last night of a snake that bites a water balloon and then it reels back in shock and they just dubbed liquid like from Metal Gear. 10 things I hate about Titans.
That's
Oh, I like that one.
51st Titans.
I'm like Adam Sandler movies.
How about this one? All right, this is the bit. We're evolving the bit thanks to Luke. We have to write one movie where Adam Sandler is Aaron and have to make it funny.
So we basically all of his current movies and then make it into Titans instead.
Well,
So wait, this is a two-pronged attack. We have to make an Adam Sandler movie, and then we have to make
Make
it
it
funny.
funny.
Fuck.
it's what some would say impossible, but I watched about 30 seconds of
All
Waterboy
right,
today.
we like a challenge. Come on,
Oh,
let's go.
Good morning, Titans. How about this one? Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. That's yes, absolutely.
Snake Eater. Write a movie with Adam Sandler. Make it funny. Baz is saying.
You know, I actually love Mr. Deeds.
Fuck off, man, with that shit. You know what? It might be too hard to write Attack on Titan funny. We could write an Adam Sandler anime, like a slice of life.
Yeah, we could do that.
What would it be like? You know how like Marvel and whatnot had their like anime versions of their IPs or whatever you call it?
Yeah.
What if there was like an Adam Sandler movie that got an anime adaptation? What would be the most applicable? Little Nicky?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
Mr. Deeds.
Why not?
I think you just.
It would just be a
I
sports
love
anime,
Mr.
but
Deeds.
about golf.
Yeah.
Someone would see him hit the ball really far and go, "That kid's got talent." He's like, "I don't even know what golf is. I just hit a ball," and they're like, "Perfect.
Will
We
Sasso
can
will
all
also be
do
the
it."
anime.
That's it. It's
What
anime.
about
It's done.
51st Days? That could be an anime.
How about The Longest Yard?
There is an anime like 51st Days. 1 Week Friends.
Well, there you go. It's already been done.
Zafir says anime will truly be dead by that point. That's Adam Sandler in every movie.
It's gonna save anime
Can't
apparently.
preach better.
Did you know anime needs saving because every season an anime that saves
Yes,
anime
saves
comes out?
anime. Yeah, yeah. Every season.
It's a shame that it's so perilously close to not existing.
Yeah,
no
because
one cares
I'm pretty sure
about it.
One Punch Man saved anime,
It
but then I
did.
guess it died somewhere
Yeah,
in
it
between.
just died immediately.
Yeah,
it's
because
so
then it-
hard to keep it alive. It's like a plant.
It's like a fickle ficus. Try saying that 5
I was
times.
going to say
fast.
ficus.
Well,
Because I don't know how.
He
I don't know
didn't
how
say
hard it is.
He didn't say it 1.5 times where he just called it a fickle ficus. So, oh wow!
Frank, can you feed the fickle ficus?
I'll feed the fickle ficus.
Thank you. Oh,
You know what? Imagine Sword Art Online live action Adam Sandler as Kirito. Wouldn't that be a fucking good...
This is too... It's so deep, it's not funny, it's sad. It's just upsetting to me. Because these are the jokes I would see on like 9gag, and they're just like, ha! Wouldn't it be funny if Adam Sandler was in fucking Attack on Titan? No, it wouldn't be funny. It would just be sad.
Someone...
Silly, Sean. The recon call is better.
Someone please make an Adam Sandler Aaron.
We go up first and kill the Titans.
Oh yeah, fool. Yeah. Stop looking at me, Swan.
Looking at me, female Titan.
You say you hate Adam Sandler, but you can do all these mad quotes of Sandler Bible references.
Sandler had a good run for like 5 minutes.
I love Mr. Deeds.
All right, Mr. Deeds is actually one of the better ones.
I liked Mr. Deeds
about 4 times.
I love Steve Buscemi as Crazy Eyes. Best role of his career.
Is it? So much different to his other roles in his career. Plays a random background character who's really crazy.
Now, remember how Steve Buscemi always plays a fucked up dude because of how Steve Buscemi looks like a fucked up dude? They don't have to put any prosthetics on him or any makeup. He's just fucked up. Remember in Big Daddy when he played a homeless man?
Big Daddy, another good movie there.
Oh, my chest hurts. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. It's a good. Well, we can save anime like this, people. It's our duty. It's our job.
We apparently have jumped the shark.
Which one? Jumped the shark?
Who jumped the shark? Was it Frank?
It was definitely.
It was not me. I'm only a fan of Mr. Deeds. So I think I like Mr. Deeds.
Yes, you told us you like Mr. Deeds.
I'll say this on record because this is being recorded.
It is.
Therefore, it is on a record.
It is on a recording.
I have watched both Grown Ups movies.
I also have. Which is the one where he gets pissed in the face by a deer? That's the worst one.
Kane, you jumped the shark apparently on that one.
Kane jumped the shark.
I don't remember what you did.
Kane jumped the shark. Of course he did.
All right.
He didn't admit to loving Mr. Deeds.
Do you remember?
I don't know if I've said yet, but I do love
Mr. Deeds.
My favorite Steve Buscemi career scene, right, is in Grown Ups 1, where he gets on that fucking flying fox upside down and breaks both his arms. And then he must act like this the rest of the film because his arms are in casts. Yep. And for some reason, this was the most appropriate way to cast them. Career defining.
I honestly think that scene at the beginning of Grown Ups 2 where the deer breaks into his house, kicks him onto the bed.
Yeah, no, he was already sleeping. He was on the bed.
No, he got up.
He did.
He got up and it kicked him across the room. And stands up like this and pisses violently in his face.
No,
that sums up his entire career.
Do you know what the best part of that particular scene was? And in fact, that entire movie? The idea that Ben Stiller's character is so cool, calm, and collected that when his wife wakes him up from slumber, the point in your life where you are the most vulnerable, he wakes up, he looks at the fucking moose, and he has
the moose, isn't it? Yeah.
He has the gall to turn around and crack wise by saying, "Oh, honey, your mother's here," and then he pisses on him. That is the pinnacle of Adam Sandler. Is that he? Yeah.
Have you seen Pixels?
No,
that's the pinnacle of Kevin James.
Fuck off. Paul Blart Mall Cop is the pinnacle of Kevin James.
Fuck off.
He
tops himself in this one.
No, he does not.
You're telling me Paul Blart is a more memorable character than President of the United States of America, Kevin James.
Well, I mean, Paul Blart had a movie named after him. Too unfortunately.
You know the funny thing about Kevin James' career is?
Go for it.
And I have confirmed this that night that you both were at my place watching Paul Blart Mall Cop, is that the character Doug Heffernan has a far more extensive Wikipedia page than the actor who plays him.
That is true.
Far bigger, like 4 times bigger. Yeah. Oh man,
It is actually true.
good Lord.
Still, they don't Paul Blart. It's
a fantastic film.
No, not really. No.
Paul Blart 1 is great. Paul Blart 2 is also great.
They're funny films.
Pixels, also great.
You see, I'm telling you, he thinks everything's fucking great.
It's just all great. Especially, him as the President of the United States of America. Kevin James.
Oh, fucking hell, man. I'm laughing too hard. Is this fun for anyone else? Because it's just super fun.
It's fun for us, I don't care.
Well, I mean, we generally have just done stuff that we laugh at and hoped other people
That's
care.
my stomach? That's my chest has, but...
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Stop
You're patting
touching
me
it.
down?
Why are you touching it?
Yeah, I have a slope. It just slopes down.
That's why it touched me, that's all.
All right, man.
Oh, bloody
Alright,
Paul
take it
Blart.
easy.
Make us watch Paul Blart 2.
It was a fun night.
Should we just put Paul Blart on? And just
Yeah,
commentate
chuck it
that?
up. All right,
I'm
so
not going to put Paul Blart on.
How long into the podcast are we? When does SnapThirty begin?
Oh, I don't know.
When do we unlock SnapThirty? Because that's my favorite part of the night.
I don't even know how long we've been here.
That's when I get to talk about. You know what? All right, this is. I think it's the part of the podcast where we just talk like friends, because we act the rest of the time.
Yeah, this is a little bit of act. We actually hate each other.
My whole jokey joke persona of just saying really crass things and talking about fucking and all this bullshit really made me sad the other weekend when you weren't at my place because you were at work and we were playing basketball, and Matthew, friend of SnapThirty, brought around that game where you have to like pick the answer for the other person.
Yeah.
Where it's like the person who's reading it, you have to pick their answer.
Yeah.
And the thing that I picked up was like something along the lines of like, I'm an elderly man and what matters the most to me or something was like
oh, that one.
fucking regular bowel movements and seeing my grandchildren, and everyone chose fucking, and my answer was seeing my legitimate answer was seeing my grandchildren. Everyone was like, "Oh, we fucking nailed you this time," and no, I gotta stop. I'm too.
To be fair, it was a 50-50 toss up in my head as to whether it was going to be Frank being Frank or Frank being like Frank from the future. Like,
well, it's either me in like showbiz mode, like performance mode, or regular mode. Regular mode is my grandkids. I don't care if my dick doesn't work by the time I'm 85. But in podcast mode, dicks everywhere.
I don't know, play a game. You want to be real bad or play
I was being real.
How do you be real bad?
Hey, why? Where's MCA?
I don't get it. What should we talk about?
I love that that made Frank upset.
What? That thing?
I don't love that it made you upset, but I love that it came back up out of nowhere.
I've been thinking about it. Because my legitimate answer was yes, I would hope that my grandkids still want to fucking come and see me when I'm old.
But people thought that you just want to fuck.
And also, you know what? In my head, it was 50-50 bowel movement and grandkids.
You know what, man? I think this just says, it should be a wake-up call to you, how people perceive you.
This is so true.
That's how you're perceived.
Yeah, Frank. Remember the lesson.
Machine.
Remember the lesson.
That's how I'm perceived.
Remember what people tell you as you're growing up. Always care what other people think about you.
This is
absolutely,
true.
Exactly right.
Other people's opinion is all that matters.
So that people think I'm a fucking machine or whatever Luke just said.
Strength of character means nothing if no one else believes your character.
Exactly right. Your character's not believable.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't need to be a person unto yourself. Be a person unto everyone else.
Yes.
There's more of them. They're clearly right.
I have expectations of you.
You have dashed them to the rocks, sir.
Machine.
How dare you,
Fucking
sir?
machine. What are you? Not a fucking machine?
Yet you come here on this day, recalling other days gone past of card games.
Yeah, that's just what us white guys do.
Mere pieces of paper. You bring these here into my house, in your words.
I've changed, boys. I've changed, man.
I've had a week to think about it. I'm a different man now. I'm a man now.
I'm not a boy.
I was a boy.
A washing machine, Zafira says. Yes, I am part washing machine.
Yes.
It's true. He does do a lot of
I
washing.
do a lot of washing. I clean today. Washed and clean today.
Honestly, it's 50-50 when you go to Frank's place. He's like doing ironing or like laundry or something.
Well, when you came over the other day before we went to his place to watch wrestling. Well, I was folding the clothes.
You were folding the clothes. Very responsible of you.
Today I was folding the clothes. I dusted today. I'm a cleaner.
Wait, did we go through this on podcast before, or was it just discussion?
I don't know. We talk.
Frank's a very preventative cleaner.
I clean as I mess.
Yeah.
I clean as it builds up. I let it build up, and then I'm like, I cannot handle this no more. It'll be clean. Then I build up over 4 weeks again, or 6, or 8.
Fucking 2 months.
Time's an illusion. So.
Yes.
No, I clean on the daily. I usually, if I have to write in the morning, I dust my desk.
I just wait until when I clean it makes a difference. If I clean all the time, stuff's just gonna be clean all the time. You gotta make a mess before you can clean it up.
You know what, man? You're speaking some logic now.
Oh God, if he's agreeing with you, I don't think.
But I really think you're a bit of a dick for leaving that cockroach there.
Yeah. Are you saying you leaving the cockroach is better than me instantly cleaning it?
No, that's a one-off thing. I'm talking about.
No, it's not. No, it's not. There are so many times that me and Luke come over and you just can spot shit that has died. Probably not from any interaction with you. Just walking in here, it just dies.
A lot of things die when they enter my space.
Yeah, surprisingly, we haven't yet.
What are you going to do? Well, downstairs, stuff gets in. What are you going to do?
Well, this is the dungeon. God. Things go here to die.
Well, hopefully sooner or later we won't have to ever come here to do the podcast again.
Yeah, you wish.
Yes.
I do wish.
I do wish.
I want to escape from this hell.
Well, it's not hell.
Oh, it's hellish.
This cockroach thing.
It's kind of hellish.
There's literally dead cockroach smear visibly.
That could be from something else.
I don't want to know what else it could be from.
I hope it's from the cockroach now.
Yes, please. I pray it is the cockroach.
I killed a bug.
All right, mate.
Settle down. Relax. Calm down. Okay? Let's talk to you.
Wrestling talk happening here.
Are we done? What's going on?
The chat is talking about wrestling.
Yeah, the chat is talking about wrestling, but why is... No.
Go on, boy.
No, don't touch me.
Finish your thought.
Why is...
Wrestling and anime fans intersect
a lot.
So much.
Yeah.
There was a Love Live, someone holding up like a Love Live or something, drawing at one of the recent...
Yeah, SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Because anime is wrestling.
Wrestling
is anime.
Yeah, wrestling is just shonen, so...
It's the closest you can get to live action anime.
Need I mention
before there's a fight? There's a fight where people beat each other up for 20 minutes, showing no visible injury, but fatigue.
Yes.
Someone gets knocked down, almost defeated once, twice, thrice. Gizmez, Guzmez, Twosmez. Threesmez, foursmez, fivemez. And then people start calling out their name. They get their spirit back.
Mm-hmm.
They stand up. They can barely stand up.
No.
Then they do a triple flip kick somersault, spin them into a submission, and then they win. And that's pretty much what you tell it.
But then there are times where the good guy is about to lose, or even perhaps the bad guy is about to lose. And just as the final blow is about to be dealt, the entire arena is halted because, oh my gosh, someone is coming to someone's rescue in a very shonen manner.
Yeah.
You know?
We thought they were enemies, but now they're friends because through their hatred, they've come to respect each other's fighting styles.
Who is this Sasuke?
Though they may never see eye to eye, they will stand back to back.
Yes.
Oh, I misread.
And they will fight. And they will win. And they will never fall again.
That is correct.
WrestleMania, whatever.
WrestleMania.
That's a tagline.
Ultimate Shippuden.
33 next year.
There's that many.
Yep.
33 years isn't too long.
Yeah, I guess
I
not.
really thought it was going to be longer than
The
that.
30th Survivor Series is this year. That'll be coming up soon. SmackDown will be versing Raw. Best of 3. This will be sponsored by KFC.
That silence. I think you deserve that silence. I think that was earned. I think that was necessary.
Yeah, that was necessary.
I think you need to appreciate that. You need to absorb that. You need to continue on with that in your heart.
I'm hitting an all-time low on this podcast.
Much like Frank. It's because you brought up the emotional baggage that you've been carrying around for the past week.
I have been.
It's a card game.
No,
it awakened within you demons.
A lot of things.
Demons of sadness.
A lot of things make me, even jokes, make me think about things in life. Truly. And not even like to go, well, that was really shitty of my friends who think I'm a fucking machine.
Yeah.
How dare they think I'm
a human. I'm a boy. I'm a real boy.
A real boy.
I have a heart. And it is breaking.
More like on the lines of like, maybe I do give an outward, yeah, fucking, I wish I was fucking all the time. And that's not, maybe I should not do that.
Right? I sit home and crochet and wait for my grandkids.
Yeah. Which will come once I have kids. And then once they have kids.
So it's a slow burn.
40, 50 years at best.
Life, my friend.
Yeah, I'll die soon.
It's more of a line, actually.
What?
What? Not much a circle as it is a straight line.
Well, you begin dead, and then you come to the end where you're dead.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Do you believe that? Do you believe that there's pre-life?
I think, like, no, here's the thing.
Worse than that.
I think there's like an emptiness between life. Before I was born, I was not here.
Yes.
That is
when
correct.
I die, I won't be here again. But then I will be.
You hear stories of like children who make reference to pre-life. I know like a family friend of ours many years ago, her mother told the story of like when she was like 3, she was like playing with her dolls or something, and she was talking and she was, the doll was saying, oh, how did you do this and do that? And for whatever reason, within her imaginative conversation, it came up, and she turned to her mother and said, she's like, I was watching you for a very long time. I was just waiting for you and Dad to meet each other for me to appear. As if to say that she was a spirit that existed outside of corporeal form and was like, when the right people met and were pregnant, that was when my soul was put into that body. Or like
demon child.
Or
I believe in that sort of shit, man.
Or like I've heard one story of like one boy in preschool was like this man went to go pick up his son from preschool, and apparently the teacher stopped him and said, oh, there was an interesting conversation. Your son said this today, and said something along the lines of like, to another child who was younger than him, something so outlandish like, please remind me of what life was like before life. I'm beginning to forget. Something crazy like that. It depends on how what kind of nature you have. If you have a more whimsical or more realistic nature.
See, I believe that because I remember, and this is one thing, and my mom has said to me, there's no way I can possibly remember this. Now, I remember my mom and my dad, and I remember myself being there. I remember them living in a 1-bedroom house in Claymore.
Yeah.
This is a very bad, rough area in Sydney. And the house being on a hill, a really, really steep hill. And I remember my dad riding a bike down the hill. And I remember I told my mom about that, and I could describe the house very much in detail. And she says that's the house they lived in a year before I was born.
So how would you remember?
How would I even know? And she says, well, maybe you've seen pictures of it or something like that, or maybe you've been told about it when you were a kid, and it's just somehow became a memory to you. But I don't know. I kind of feel like you exist beyond yourself, and say your body is like a vessel.
Yes.
I feel like there's something. Life is the one thing that is like the. It's like, okay, so what makes me alive? Oh, my brain is, functioning and my heart's beating and blood is pumping through my body. But why is that? Why is that when I die it stops? Why is it that light goes out? That's kind of, I don't know, stuff that I kind of think about.
See, I like this talk, and I have, in recent times, wanted to, and I think it's just as a reason for us to have these types of conversations, start like a separate podcast where we just talked about shit like this. Not you specifically, but you're smiling right now.
No, I was just laughing
you're judging us.
I was just laughing at that point where you were like, "We should do this." No, not you specifically. I don't like you were like, I mean, you were like Luke, but maybe not Luke.
No, I didn't want to exclude you in that reference. But I'm saying like I wanted to do this where we actually talk legitimately for an hour. But I think that's just that I'm using that as a reason to have this conversation because it is not often the most received. You just walk up to someone and say, all right, now please let's have a conversation about your thoughts of life, death, and everything in between.
Yeah.
But I like to have this conversation. You know what? I think maybe even on the podcast, it's nice to show people real Kane, Luke, and Frank.
Yeah.
You know? And not just theatrical, hey, we're friends, but we yell at each other and tease each other.
Da-da-da.
We might not be real friends, but we definitely are, but not.
Yeah. No, on that topic, seriously, I do believe that, I think how could there have just been, nothing, and then there is something. I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. It's just that's interesting to think about.
And that's also like a I don't know, like an attribute of a miracle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something from nothing. It's yeah.
It's that phrase, the world ends with you or whatever, it's obviously a game, but the phrase obviously comes from like that ideology that you're the center of your own personal universe.
That's right.
And so my lifespan could be from here to there, and as far as I know, that's just it,
But there's things that go on without you once you have passed on, or even before you did exist.
It's like existentialism or something. I was talking to this guy at work once, and he was just like, "Oh, have you ever thought about what if, when you leave work and go home, what if everything there just doesn't exist anymore? What if it's just not? And the only thing that really exists is what you're perceiving right now in just that moment." Like, well, that's an interesting thing to think about. But
as it's like, if you left this room right now, we would not exist.
The only thing that exists is what I perceive, and that's an interesting thing to think about. But for me, I don't like to think that because I prefer to think that I'm not so deeply alone that I'm the only truly living thing in this world.
It also would say a lot about you if that's how you did think.
Yeah.
A
lot of people do think that.
Oh, fuck yeah, because
it's like selfishness, existentialism, and disregard of object permanence as a visible, quantifying force of the universe.
No, there's no mistaking that things simply. My existence is within a commutative existence of things. My existence alone means nothing apart from, I guess, something big within the lives of other minuscule beings. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean a thing to the world, but I mean something to my mum. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That. So yeah, I have no mistake that it's I'm not some big entity that people know or even must know or even enjoy knowing. But it is because of my existence and your existence that we can exist. I have a weird way of saying it, but do you know what I mean? Anyway. I think it was a lot. I actually enjoy to think about the bigs and the smalls of existence. Not just the negative or the positive, but everything. I think it's interesting.
No, dude. When Luke closes his eyes, everything disappears.
Oh, wake up, Luke!
We're feeding.
Oh, thank God!
Like a picture.
You're still alive.
Thank God.
A picture.
Oh no, I would like to have this talk a lot, but
we could probably organize something. I don't know. It's no real. It's all. and it's all theology and metaphysical debates.
That's right.
There's points for both of them. Like you said, the existentialist, you close your eyes and everything doesn't exist. Because who knows? I mean, people can tell you that the world existed, but who knows? Apparently it existed before you, but you can't really prove that because you weren't there.
Well, your world did not exist before that, right?
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, the argument...
Deep 30.
The argument...
Thank you. Frankie's actually saying she's enjoying this.
The argument could be made that someone's saying that it is impossible for one person to create such a complex narrative in which that they live and aren't necessarily the focal point. They are, but more important things happen around them than to them. Then you could also go and make the argument the other way, saying that people dream and create worlds within their own mind, and that's unaided by anyone. So the potential's there.
Yeah, I think there's. I think life is one of those things that does not have a big or a small, or even a right or a wrong to a certain degree. Not in your choices in life, but the way in which your life plays out, as you said. Like, one human being through living can weave a narrative unlike any others. Truly unique to yourself. I mean, some people make the choice of murder, and that is something that is inherently bad. I will not disagree with that. But I think like the way in which someone can live or their life can unfold, there is no big or small or good or bad. Because although you may not mean something to the world, you may mean the world to something or someone.
That's right.
On my dad's gravestone, it says, to the world he was but one, to us he was the world.
Yeah.
Right? And that I think is
a nice message.
Right. It's a huge thing because it's like, he was just a guy, like he was just a cop that was in some fucking who cares town, right? But for the 30 people that he knew, he was an irreplaceable human being, human presence.
Yeah.
I think that of everyone. Right? Like that, and I think to a certain degree you have to think about that of yourself as well, to not give your life little credit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because you still have a lot. Like, even if I had no friends, no girlfriend, no nothing, to my mother, that I would still be something. Do you know?
Yeah, that's right.
I think it's. I don't know. I like this, and I also like talking about what comes after all this, which fucking you can never. Ever fucking know. You can never know, because there are stories of people that they're near-death experiences, and that's fine, and the stories carry over. A lot of people have the exact same experiences, but then you can tee it up to certain things like neurological, like when your brain decides to shut down. Perhaps that is what you see. You see the light of a tunnel, right? The light in a tunnel, because the tunnel is your brain fading, closing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that could have been something physical in your brain.
It's tunnel vision.
Or holy shit, maybe it could be you're walking down a hallway into heaven, right? I enjoy thinking that it could be either or. That's like, do you get what I'm saying?
I do. I think one thing for me that I think this is a big part of why I've never been able to kind of prescribe to any religion, is that religion is a lot about telling you the way it is. A lot of religions say, this is the way it is. Here's the scripture. This is what God has said. This is the Bible. And I've always kind of just wanted to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
I don't really like being told this is how it is. I like being able to work it out for my own self. And I still haven't. I don't know. And the way I look at it, who knows what's beyond. I mean, there's a lot of experiences in my life that makes me believe the things I believe. And I guess everyone will have their own unique beliefs and belief systems. And I don't think there's any right or wrong. And I don't think one person's views on life, death, and all that comes in between can be more valid than someone else's.
I totally agree. I do. Totally agree. It's funny, like you're talking about religion and stuff, like you look at the Bible, the Catholic Bible, and there's a lot of yeah, you're going to fuck up big time. In fact, you fucked up by just living. That's a sin. That's just like the sin of life. It's fine though, because we got this cool big dude who will he'll like sort your shit out, which is fine. I did that for many years. That I've grown up Roman Catholic. That's fine. If it helps people, then that's what it does, and that's fine. Yeah. But there's this Buddhist teaching where they say the Buddha does not give like Jesus Christ or God is like, well, I'm going to give you salvation. That's my gift to you, free of charge, apart from if you subscribe to this and you tell me that you love me and whatnot, right? The Buddha teaches by way of experience. So if your journey is to attain enlightenment, it will not give you enlightenment as there you are because you believe in me, there is enlightenment. The idea is that your life is every single step towards what you deserve or what you need, right? Yeah. So it's like I could teach you, you're a visual learner, I could teach you that, and then eventually you will understand what I'm trying to teach you. Kane, maybe you're a practical learner, you need to get your hands on things. The idea is that you do it for yourself in your own way, but the Buddha gives you the ability, sets you off on the path to doing that. Whereas an alternative is literally just like, if you say your prayers, here it is.
Yeah.
And the other one is walking the path of self-improvement. Not that one is right above the other. It's that I love the dueling ideals. You know?
See, something, I know it's kind of just backtracking a little bit, but this came to my mind. My dog passed away, like, not that long ago, about a couple months ago now, maybe it was 3 months ago. And not long after he passed away, this cat started just hanging around our house all the time. And my mum, she's convinced that this cat has become, I guess the spirit of our dog has gone into this cat.
Right.
And she will always say, oh, it does this just like Dexter did. Oh, the way he's walks up to me is the same way Dexter did, or this and the other. Oh, he's lame, just where Dexter used to. And like my sister's like, oh, Mum's just going off the rails, nuts. She's just crazy now. I say, you know what? Even if you don't believe that our dog's spirit has gone into this cat, to me, it's a case of if that's helping her grieve and move on with her life, believing that the spirit has moved on. And you know what? Even that dog, Dexter, she had believed that our previous dog, Chuck, spirit went into him.
That is just the way she mourns.
Just the way she mourns. She it's not a case of replacing.
No.
It's a case of she just believes that the spirit moves on. And for her, that helped her cope with the loss. And she deeply does believe that once someone passes away, the spirit moves on. And she has, like, always, since I was a kid, said to me that she believes that her brother's spirit is in me, who passed away the year I was born. And I think you can look at it and go, that's just the way she grieves. And maybe it is. Maybe I don't have his spirit in me or whatever you want to call it. But that's the way she grieves. And, the way people's views on life and death, that's unique to them. And I think there's just so many different... I think there's a lot of people are afraid to talk about, like, death.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's like, oh, that's too dark a topic. It's taboo. But you know what? Death is just as much a part of life as anything else. And unfortunately, it signifies to all humankind, all races, religions, whatever you are, it symbolizes the end of life.
Yeah.
But the end of life happens just as much as the beginning of life.
Yeah.
So why is it that the beginning of life we look at it as, such a great thing, but the end of life we look at it as oh, that's such a shame.
Like it could have been prevented.
It could have been prevented.
But
it couldn't be prevented.
Cannot be.
And I think accepting it is just a part of life, and we all have different ways of dealing with it and approaching it. I think that's something that I think people should be more open to talking about.
I can't stand people that. I think people are closed off to it as well. Speaking about this specifically, because I think you tend to be judged for things like this, belief systems and whatnot, and you shouldn't be. There is no, once again, there's no right and no wrong. I'm similar to your mum in the way that idea of this passing on of an essence, it helps me mourn, because I when Dad passed away, I was 7 years old. And I don't think I've ever truly gotten over it, because as a 7-year-old, you can't comprehend when someone leaves and never comes back.
No.
You cannot. And at the age of 22, I still am trying to figure that out. And I can't. I cannot do it. It's too much for me. Growing up, everyone, all my family members, oh, your dad came to me in a dream. Your dad came to me in a dream. It's a very, I don't know, Italian thing to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, your father came to me. He has something to say. He has something to say, right? And then I always used to think, well, fuck, my dad never came to me in my dreams, ever. Never. Not a single time. In fact, it got so, I don't know, to me bad. My mom would have dreams where she told me this one vivid dream where my dad came to the door and rang the doorbell, and it was the screen door, so she could see him, but she couldn't open the door. And he says, I'm going now. This was about a year or two ago. He said, I'm going now. She said, no, you haven't said goodbye to Frank. And he said, I don't need to, and left. To the point where it's like in someone else's dream, I can't even see my own father.
Yeah.
But my grandfather and my grandmother and people constantly, if I ever go to now it's really bad because a lot of the older people that would have known my dad are now beginning to pass away. But whenever I've gone to a funeral of like my grandmother's acquaintance or whatever, I will always get called by my dad's name. And not that they have mistaken my name for his name. They think I am him. They just do. And my mum will always say, oh, that's exactly what your dad would do. That mannerism, exactly what your dad would do. This, exactly what your dad would do. But by the age of 7, I'm not sure I could have picked up on half the things that he would have done.
Yeah.
Right? Or maybe I fucking could have. Maybe I could have. But the idea that somehow his essence was passed on to me, it makes me feel, I don't know, it makes me feel at peace. And then I used to have these thoughts where I was like, well, fuck, if I am just this second Stephen Inglis, then what about me? What about individuality? And then I realized those two things are entirely separate. You I don't know, you begin to understand shit. And it helps me cope. It helps me cope a great deal thinking that way. Regardless of if it's true.
Yeah. And
I think that's the same can be said about all religion, all belief systems. If it's not hurting anyone else, then there's no negative to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. Anyway,
it's interesting you mentioned like how like people say, oh, they feel like your dad was coming to them in like a message or whatever. Like I know a lot of people think, oh, like psychics is all hocus pocus, mumbo jumbo, or whatever. I went to like a like it was a psychic reading. My mum said to me, "Oh, you should come." She loves psychics. All that
yeah. My mum does.
Always goes. Anyway, she's like, "You should come." And I was kind of a bit of a skeptic. I'm like, "Oh, I've seen John Edwards and all of them."
Yeah,
like,
that fucking dude.
Oh, is it starting with any letter between A and Z?
Yes, M. Michael. No, yes, it is Michael.
Yeah, so like I was a bit skeptic, and I actually went to one of these psychic readings, and now it was like we went to the place, and it was in like a room, and there was 30 people in the room, and the woman, she's at the front of the like on a little stage or whatever, and she goes, "I've got a woman coming through," and I was like, "Okay, what's going on here?" And then she looks to me, points to me, and she goes, she wants to talk to you. I was like, what the fuck? Pointing me out. And I was like,
of a crowd.
I'm thinking to myself, okay, so here we go. This is going to be, really some bullshit.
Is your relative a human? I thought so. Go on.
And I thought, okay, I was obviously skeptical.
Yeah. You start off that way.
And she said, she keeps telling me, telling me, what's it called? Curly tops. And I was like, what the fuck? Now, anyone could kind of say I've got curly hair, but the thing was, that's what my nan always called me.
Right.
As a kid, she always called me that. And the last thing she said to me before she passed away was, I love you, curly tops. That was the last thing she said to me.
Mm.
And I felt that was such a bizarre thing for her to specifically say that, because that is, what was her pet name for me or whatever. And then she started saying, look, she's been watching over you. Whatever. And the thing was, I did not prompt nothing back.
Sure.
I didn't prompt anything back. She goes, does that mean anything to you? I was like, yeah. And then she goes, it's your grandmother. Her name's Beverly. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't know how.
How do you get that?
And I left there as a believer.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I didn't sign up. I didn't put my name down there. No idea. There's no idea who could have done any background search, nothing on me. It was completely blind. I was in the audience. And called me out, said specific details, and to me, I believed. And it, some might find some kind of holes in that story, but for me, it made me think, yeah, there is more to life, and she is still with me. And every day you kind of feel that person's presence in everyday life. Sometimes they'll be saying they'll just make you think of them, or you can just feel someone watching over you, and you're like my mum, she doesn't pray to God.
No.
She prays for her mum to watch over her. And I think that's, that's something quite sweet about that.
And there's no difference, is there? Like, people will try to discredit that, religious people, I mean.
Yeah.
But there's no difference, is it? Like, there's this cosmic entity that exists somewhere in the known universe. Why not?
That's right.
Like, it's hard with psychic. I mean, Mum goes to him, and sometimes she gets ones that are just like...
Well, let's be honest, some of them are frauds.
Well, one of them told me, like, there was one where she recorded it, and the woman's like, your son, he's doing something now he doesn't quite like, but, he's expected to do great things, world-changing things. And I was like, no, I'm sorry, no. No, I see him in a uniform. Yes, no, he's definitely going to change the world. And I was like, no. Why? You would never say that. You would never say that.
You just wait till Frank leads the armed forces against the alien invaders in 2042.
You wait.
You just wait till that shit happens.
Just you wait.
Crazy. And I didn't believe that. And I was like, no, that's alongside a lot of other things. But that was a big one that I was like, I don't know. I just don't believe that anyone would say. It's so easy to say, yep, he's going to do great things and change the world. You can say that about anyone. You don't have to have anything else. But then I went personally to a psychic, and I did what you did. This is my first time, and I psyched myself up, and I was like, don't say anything.
Yeah. Do not
poker face the entire. I wanted to see if it was real. Poker face the entire. What are you looking at?
I'm doing poker face.
Oh, sorry. I thought there was a fucking spider or some shit. I freaked out for a second. Poker face the entire thing, and I was like, I won't give anything away because I don't. My mum gets a little bit antsy.
Mm.
The woman was like, I don't want to know your names. I guess I don't want to, like, to me, she already knew my mum's name. That was the booking. So do not tell me the names of anyone you want to speak to. And then she was like, so your husband, yada, yada, yada. My mum was like, yes, Stephen is his name. And I'm like, no, fucking hell. Like, but I made sure I was like, I'm not saying anything. And she was saying a lot of shit. And then I was like, yeah, no, you fucking, like, you nailed it. Like, there's no one else could have guessed that. I didn't give anything away. You don't know me. Like, But then I started to think, but then what if she knew my mum's last name and she looked up the last name? But I don't know, like, how much of me would be on the internet? She didn't mention any of this, which is all that would be on the internet of me. It was a lot of like...
Changed bloody well, man. She saw you in that King Edamon.
Oh, yeah, she was like, is that Trent?
He's going to change the world, that king.
He will.
Look at that uniform. Let me write that one down.
Oh, no, I always think about this kind of shit. I like thinking about this.
I've noticed.
Sorry.
No, that's not one way or the other. It's something I've definitely noticed.
I don't know. I guess it reminds me of that. I don't know. We're just overtly human, imperfect. We don't have all the answers, and it's.
Oh, we suck.
No, I mean it's. It's helping me also understand other people. I think. I'm trying to become more. I don't know, worldly, not even understanding of other people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not of just their beliefs, but the idea that even going back way to what we were talking about, like the idea that, like, you know, we are a small part of the universe, but quite a big person to people's lives, but also they live their lives and their lives to them are just important as your life to yourself and shit like that. And, you know, as a teenager, if someone would have said something to me that wasn't quite what I expected or wanted, it would be a matter of, well, fuck them. They obviously have something wrong with me and me. And then I've come to realize that that is a bad way to think.
Yeah.
It is a bad way to think. Because if one day, if I saw you tomorrow and you were in a shit mood and you maybe fucking snapped back at me for a second, if I was 15, I would have gone, well, that's it. Me and Luke are not friends anymore. He obviously hates me. What did I do wrong? But then the more appropriate, smarter Frank would go, well, hold on a second. Perhaps, and this is small potatoes in comparison to everything, but I'm learning through this existential thought pattern of like, well, no, that is a singular life, even though it is crowded by other singular lives, that there might be something going on with that life that I don't understand, nor can I ever understand. So try to understand that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Am I making any sense?
No, you are making sense, definitely.
You know, so, but yeah, as a teenager, it would have been the fucking. I guess that's another thing as well. Like, this is going on a different tangent entirely, but I guess it makes sense. Like I have never been diagnosed, but I think an educational guess would be like, I have something akin to abandonment issues of many, many kinds. I would say because of dad passing away, and as a kid, you don't know what that is. Maybe as an adult, it would have been like, yeah, that man passed away. He was sick. Yeah. He was not taken. He did not leave. But as a child, you think dad is gone, and you kind of, you may have gone through this as well. Not to single you out, but your parents are still alive and together. As a child of divorce, you think, will he ever come back? And then you wait. And you wait and you wait and you wait, and then something like 15 years go by, and you go, nah, he's never coming back.
Yeah, well, I definitely went through the same. And I mean, while for me, like, I had the mentality. Well, me and my sister and my brother all handled it in different ways. My brother was too young to really remember my dad. Bit of like just. Might as well throw it out there. For those that don't know, I'm sure some of you have listened to this podcast since the beginning know my story is that my dad abandoned our family when I was quite young. So for me, I was 10 at the time, 25 now, 15 years later, still have not ever heard from him, seen him again. My sister, she was 8. She was at an age where she was old enough to realize he was gone and miss him, but also too young to be able to really be able to handle that loss. For me, you know, I was 10. You admit, it was a really young age. I struggled with it for several years, but eventually I got to the point where in my mind I came to acceptance and understanding my dad is not coming back. He is not that. He's not. I'll say was not a good man, I don't know where he is now. I don't know what he's doing now with his life. He's not a good man. He abandoned his family, and I made a promise to myself that I would do everything in my power to not be a man like he was.
Sure. Yeah.
And for me, in a way, I thank him because, and I said this to my mom, and she looked at me like so appalled. I said, you know what? Like, I said, not like to say that you didn't contribute to the person I am, but Dad leaving, it really taught me a lot about what it means to be a man.
Yeah.
And she looks at me and goes, what the fuck? How? I said, because I realized that I wanted to be anything but what he was.
That's right.
And
it was a lesson in what not to be.
Yeah, and whereas my sister, I think she has a lot of abandonment issues and daddy issues or whatever you want to say. Whereas my brother, he has always said to me that he looked to me as a father.
That's right.
Because he doesn't even remember, you know, my dad. So for him, he looked to me as his, I guess, not only brother, but like father figure as well. And me and him were so close.
Yeah.
Like throughout this podcast, he's been messaging me saying, "Oh, I can't wait you to go home and play Yokai Watch because he's probably got a rare Yokai and he wants to show off to me." And you know, I think you know, we all handle things in different ways.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with having an abandonment issue, you know, because that's a real feeling to feel, and especially the situation in life, you know, you've had and the things you've gone through. We all have our, you know, burdens that weight we must carry. You know, I remember when, you know, my dad left, my nan said to me, you know, that's a lot to handle for, you know, a young kid. You know, I remember watching Bebop, and when it ended, it says, "You're going to carry that weight." And that kind of spoke to me in many different ways, because I was like, just like Spike, his past was kind of the thing that haunted him.
Yeah.
And always was kind of in the back of his mind. And I felt like for myself, my own past was also like that. And until I could overcome that, I couldn't take that weight off my shoulders, you know? So I think we all have to, you know, bear our own kind of weight to carry.
It's part of it, right? Like you carry that to the end. And maybe that's what makes life is something to carry along with you. To try to figure out, you know, like out of all the ambitions you can, you know, monetary or employment, career ambitions, love ambitions, there's that one thing that sticks with you all the way until the end. And maybe that is the, I don't know, the meaning, not even the meaning because it doesn't make any sense, but the basis of life is to just try to figure it out. And you never will, but there is a certain fun, no, not the word, but there's something that comes with just trying to figure it out. Every step of the way you get a little bit better. You understand yourself, you understand the people around you. You stop being the angry teenager.
Yeah.
You become the person who people want to be around and you want to be around, and you can actively make yourself happy and another person happy. And and every day you figure it out. When I met Crystal, I didn't want to be necessarily in a relationship because and even now sometimes I think, man, I wonder if I do make her happy or sad because of the way I am. Because at that point in my life, I was like, well, no, the last relationship I was in, I didn't treat her well, and she didn't treat me well, and then it made me think about that. And for 2 years, I was single, and I was thinking about it, and I was trying to be better. And then when I got with Crystal, I mean, truly, you want to say love at first sight is real or not? I couldn't help myself. I just wanted to be with her, and so I am. And I still love her more now than when I met her. But that idea of like, well, am I fucking someone else up because I'm fucked up? Or is this another thing to add to the multitude of experiences that we call life that will help both parties, whether or not it ends in turmoil or, a marriage. You know what I mean? Like there's always something that drives you forward. And I think every day I can wake up and maybe 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago I would wake up in the morning and I wouldn't want to get out of bed because I thought to myself, what the fuck? Why? What's the point? But it's gotten to the point now where like I can get up and I can look at the sunrise and I can be happy that it is there and that I'm experiencing it, and I can get out of bed and go, let's get on with the day, because sometimes life is just fucking good. That's growth. That's a little bit step closer to, I don't know, pseudo-perfection in your own eyes, right? I don't know if I'm making sense. We've been going on too long about this. I'm sorry. I feel like, I don't know, I didn't mean to do this, but yeah, it interests me a lot.
We've gone through every spectrum on this podcast, so there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think so.
Haven't gone through SnapThirty yet.
I
don't know if we'll go to SnapThirty now. I don't think you could go from
Feels 30.
Yeah. Feels 30, was that what it was?
That's apparently
Feels
what it was
30. I'm sorry, guys, if that
Feels 30 to SnapThirty, yeah.
0 to 100 very quickly.
Oh man, it depends. It's possible.
What rare yokai did Bud get?
Tango?
He got. Let me pull it back up,
mate. If it's not fucking rare,
he got him from Crankakai.
Is it no?
He's a rank A. No, his name's Scritchy.
Oh, that's Mosque Evil, like a ultimate Mosque Evil.
It does say rare Scritchy.
Yeah, it's like a golden Mosque Evil.
The mere presence of Scritchy will make your body itch. No amount of scratching can make it stop. So it's, you know what? I sometimes feel like that yokai has inspirited me. You know when you see a bug come by like a spider, you start feeling itchy?
Yes.
Scritchy.
Fuck. Yokai has done this now. Zafira says, #SnapDirty time. Who wants to FMK them anime girls? Am I right?
Tears rolling down the face.
I think if they want it, we should give them just a little nibble.
Introspection.
Or a little nipple. No. Have we? I feel like at this point in time we've gone through so many FMKs. Like
stared into the soul for so long.
Who wants to make their parents disappointed in them?
I do.
I do. Go on then. No, my mom's already disappointed in me. That's so sad.
It's all right, Frank. My mom's disappointed in you too.
I know, and it kills me.
Actually.
Really?
They had a conversation.
Linda, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They told us.
I'm gonna use this.
Odd. I don't know what brought it up, but
oh, is that right? Can't believe.
Yeah, they were just like, man, that Frank cat. It's no.
I can't believe Linda said that.
Linda said that.
Linda said that. Oh,
I think we've ran the gambit of FFMKs on this podcast over the years we've done this now.
Like we've done kaiju.
Yeah, we
in our collective imagination, we have fucked monsters. And not monsters like
I want that to be. That needs to be like
in our collective imagination we fuck monsters.
Like if we're a group or something, it needs to be one of the banners for it. They're like, you know what I mean? It's like this ultimate thing. It's like,
didn't I?
I swear you did.
We've climbed mountains, we've overcome trials. Frank and the group is just in our minds. We fucked monsters.
And not like monster Musume monsters where they're just like a snake with tits or whatever. like monsters that like they're grotesque and they're spiky.
King Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla. Who else?
By the time this comes out, would we have watched Gamora? Would we have watched Godzilla, or we would be on our way to watching Godzilla?
We'd be on our way. We're going to see it tomorrow. Well, what would the date be tomorrow? October 16th. That's today.
I don't know. You've got your phone right with you.
I don't know. It'll be October 17th. Oh, you know, today is another special day. I just want to say, I don't know if he's listening or not. Happy birthday to Jahan.
Yeah, right. Happy birthday, Jahan. I just sent a message this morning.
So yeah, Godzilla.
The writer / contributor / Godzilla fan / some other.
Yeah, another descriptive term. I'm going to get real close to the camera. Anyone wants a jug of water?
Hey.
Is my Coke finished? Oh, no, it's not. Cool.
We still have pizza left over if anyone wants a slice.
This is the everyone's thirsty portion.
I don't want a slice.
All my slices are cold now.
Yeah, but you can probably still eat them. You only have 3 left. Just eat them. Yeah, puss.
I don't like cold.
Happy birthday to the MVP.
Jahan is the real MVP.
Cheers to you, Jahan. Which I think he wouldn't even be at home watching this right now because I think he's in Canberra.
I think he's on his way back.
Yeah, because he went to Canberra to watch Godzilla.
Yeah.
Gajira. I'm not kissing the camera.
Shin Godzilla. I heard that Godzilla is a reluctant hero in this one.
He's a reluctant hero. Frank. That was like ASMR.
That's like what a
We're really
You mean BDSM?
Yeah. We've really run the gamut on this one. We've got the introspective, we've got an outrospective, we've got existential, we've gotten.
I was at the same time as the champ is here. It's a really sad. It's played on a piano accordion. Oh, that lovely BDSM.
Just right in the microphone so everyone can hear it.
I should take a slice. Take a slice of that pizza and just chew it in the microphone. Just please.
We should put the background music of John Cena's Sexy High School Adventure. That sounded very kind of sad version of it.
That was such a sad version. We should play more of that game. So I don't know. Should we talk about more? I don't know. What should we talk? Well, how long have we been going for, Kate?
I have zero.
What time is it?
What time is it?
It's almost 10 o'clock.
5 to 10. We'll be going for 3 hours and 5 minutes. So we should probably wrap up now.
We kind of average 3 hours.
We do.
Do we not have a limit?
We talk
about a limit.
Shit.
Is there a limit on you?
We used to have a limit on the live ones, right? It was
that was on
something
Mixler.
That's
why we kind of fucked it off.
Yeah. These ones are. It's like you can stream for about 8 hours before it captures.
Ooh!
I believe.
I don't know how we're gonna do our 24-hour podcast.
So I was gonna bring this up. I don't like this, but Luke is gung ho about doing this fucking 24-hour podcast for our what was it? Our 100th podcast.
Yeah. So that's 15 podcasts.
15 podcasts away.
So what's that gonna be?
100%? Fuck no.
We're doing it.
No, don't say it. No, you can't demand that.
We're doing it.
Why and how and what and where and then why again and how again?
No one will be here for 24 hours. People are.
We will be.
I mean, I don't have shit going on, but I don't
know.
Salud.
Oh, fuck it. Fuck it. No one will stay for 24 hours. No way.
It's us rambling on and then on and on
No one will.
And then on and on a little more.
We'll see if we can work the logistics out now.
Guys, why? Why do you even fucking listen to? What are we good in any way that you fucking would spend 3 hours? This is legit. There's other IGN I hear are great. I don't know why. Yeah, why? I don't listen to people for 3 hours, but you know I'd listen to Will Sasso for fucking 3 hours.
Have you heard the documentary? He's quite a figure part of it.
He's a pivotal part of the documentary.
Yes, he is.
Oh, Dolph Ziggler is a bad man.
Worst career of all time.
My favorite thing about the ideas you have is the people that listen to us are about as willing to do them as we are. Perhaps more so. Which speaks
volumes. 24 hours. They also do it. They also will be there too.
What would we do?
Superior says more like IGN ignorant. Am I right?
Ignorant.
It spells ignorant.
It does. That's more of a visual one, but you know, I trust it.
Crystal says over 3,000 people spent Friday night watching a Facebook Live of a Galaxy Note 7, hoping it would explode. People will watch you guys for 24 hours. No one watched us for 20. We have 2 people in right now. I'm not even sure. Can we see how many people we actually have?
I tried to look before, but I don't know how to see it.
We can't?
I don't know. Our version of the stream froze.
Ages ago.
Minutes into it.
Yeah, minutes. Seconds even.
If you are watching us right now, say hello.
We'll wait.
We'll wait in abject silence. Let's just sit here.
Deafening silence.
Ow.
Ooh, you're right.
Hey, little Chandy's here.
Ooh.
Little Chandy.
I haven't seen that name in a while.
Hey, Little Chandy.
Okay, so we're getting ideas of
3 people?
Well, actually, there's at least 4.
Hi.
We're getting ideas.
Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Frankie's still here. Awesome.
Yeah, so there's more than 3. See, we have more than 3. There's at least 5.
I'm just saying.
Susan's here too.
We're worthy of attention.
My question is legitimately.
Yes.
100%. No, this is no bit.
Let me get into serious mode.
Why? What is it that, like, why? Why do you watch this? Why do you listen to this? Is it even, are we even funny? Like, well, I don't understand. It's funny to me and interesting to me because you guys are my mates and we've, over like 5 years of friendship, developed a 3-way comedy routine that seems to work. But what, like, but we don't bring any, like, do we? Yeah, because we're good.
Good, everybody.
All right. So he says that he's here for the Luke goofs and gags. You got the jape.
What?
Right?
You got the comedy?
You got the jape. The jape.
What's the jape?
Ladies and gentlemen, the comedy starring with one Luke Halliday.
Oh, do a stand-up routine. Legitimate routine.
Don't stand up.
So, how about...
No, because you're going, so... No, legitimate Luke Halliday, not bit Luke Halliday.
What is the deal with...
How about...
Nah, you're not doing it. You're fucking...
What's that deal?
Nah.
So, have you ever been on a train? People have done that, right?
Kill him!
Don't you think they go too fast?
Oh, we want someone else.
How would you get to one place to the other if it's so fast it will miss the station?
Kill him!
Ever thought about that?
Trains aren't this good. Trains aren't very good. That's all I got to say about that. That's just me being...
I'm a fan of trains. We don't ride them on the regular.
Trains suck.
Do anyone else do that here?
Get a car. They're easier.
Trains.
Trains killed my father's career. He was a conductor and they fired him because of negligence. But still, I hold a grudge against them.
Yes, well...
You should have known this before you started your comedy styling.
Trains. You have grudge on trains? Well, train will run you over and you'll be dead.
That got dark.
You guys, you know what, Frankie? I like listening to you guys, and you make me laugh, and I can pretend like I have friends to hang out with. You do have friends to hang out with.
We're all the Snap family.
Yeah, you guys are friends, not fans. I've always said that. I've never not said that.
I've always said that, even when we didn't have any friends.
Okay,
I've always said that. I said that to the
out,
corner of my the room where I had a stuffed dog toy. An empty cup I turned upside down and drew a face on, and a tissue box that I also turned upside down and drew a face on.
And straight away I was like, these are my friends.
You guys are my friends. You're not my fans. You're my true friends, and more than that, you're my family.
Okay, he's cracking up. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Even more than that, you're my family.
Little Chandy, good to listen to you guys while studying for uni.
Is it? Don't we like...
Hello?
Don't we destroy your brain cells?
The answer is C. All of the above.
Not multiple choice.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Also, D would be all the above.
No.
Is there one under C?
Yeah.
What is that one?
Not any of the above.
Wow!
In multiple choice, you get 3 or 4 answers.
4, obviously, Luke.
Really? Is there a rule on that?
Huh?
Oi, guys in the comments, can you have 5, 4, or 3 in multiple choice? What's the answer?
You just gave a 3 multiple choice.
I guess it must be 3 then.
So
is it free?
The article Luke Halliday basically blew the multiple choice game wide open.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I feel like a lot of the time... No, it's just 4. It's just 4. Educationally speaking, it's just 4. Rule of 3, but it's 4.
I'm dying.
Yeah, no, it's usually the 4. Although, I mean, multiple choice can be anything except for 1. Really? Right? 0.
Oh, stop listening.
That's a non-choice. Look, I'm just getting real, all right? Everyone's talking about...
It's very hot in here.
Everyone's talking before about...
This is like sweat locker.
Existentialism.
Sweat locker.
And I just thought I'd get numerical and then just explain that.
Okay, he's a nerd or whatever.
Hey,
my pants! They're leaking!
No!
No!
You guys are being mean to me. Don't do that.
I also love... Hey!
Hey! Stop it! You guys are jerks.
Oh, fuck it. That's it. We're done.
Hmm.
I mean, like, this is it. He's on his fucking phone.
He's been on his phone for an hour and a goddamn
Frank,
3.5 hours.
We have an appointment tomorrow at 11.
Do we really?
Yeah.
So I gotta be up and about?
Is it a girl?
Oh.
Yeah.
Time to time to reveal.
Hey.
Luke is pregnant.
I am.
Yes. What are we gonna name the baby?
What can we name?
Snippy.
Snippy?
Snippy.
Snippy?
No, Pinchy.
Pinchy?
I said to Crystal we should name our first boy Pinchy, but he doesn't.
Pinchy? And because I really always wanted, his middle name is Do.
Pinchy.
No, back here.
No, I'm done.
Pinchy Do.
Pinchy
Do Holiday English.
Oh, you're hyphenating.
No, you're taking my name.
Pinchy Do Holiday English.
Please, Luke.
Pinchy Do Holiday English.
Pinchy Do English.
Pinchy Do Holiday English.
English Holiday.
No.
Fuck off on that. English Holiday.
Pinchy Do Holiday English. That's our baby. Pinchy Do Holiday English.
Pinchy Do Holiday English.
I thought you were just big boned. Right, should we kind of say what we're doing? You just said on the air we have an appointment at 11 o'clock.
Oh, I was just explaining why I was on my phone.
What are you doing? Are you going to bloody
Plan B.
to
We'll keep that under wraps. We'll keep that one under wraps.
All right.
Frank's pro-choice.
I am. If the choice is to eliminate every time.
Far out.
I wrote Attack on Titan. Pinsy! Pinsy's a better name than Pinchy.
Ooh, Pinsy.
Pinsy. Pinsy.
Oh, I like Pinsy.
Pinsy Do.
Fuck off. Pinsy Do
Holiday
English. No, English.
English Holiday doesn't match.
You
Holiday
gonna
English.
hyphenate?
Please.
What do you want to hyphenate
Holiday
for?
English.
The progressive
Fuck off on that.
society?
All right, come on.
You can do whatever you want to
If
do.
we got an appointment at 11, I gotta get to bed. I need to have a good 10-hour sleep.
Well,
You gosh darn fool. Well, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Well, we'll
Is
tell
this
you in a
what
second.
Talk about, or are you gonna?
In a second, we'll tell you. We don't want to say
this
online.
is something else
All right, we'll
completely.
figure it out.
This is something else completely. We haven't worked out the full details of it yet, but we are planning on relaunching our Patreon page. Patreon.
Fucking whatever you want to call it.
And
We're planning on doing a lot of stuff.
we'll get that out there eventually and
So the
see
whole
what we can do with it.
look, the whole idea is that we're gonna continue doing this and the website and everything for free. Obviously, the idea is just this is not for profit. It's more so that we can up our game a bit. So if you have any money to spare at all, we have a Patreon and we also have a donate page. So if you've listened to every one of our fucking podcasts, we barely pimp ourselves out and say give us money, except for when I would say give us fucking money or whatever. But now
That was just humorous.
Jake has come up with give us your money, jabroni, which I'm quite fond of.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is a legit thing. We just want to evolve and
This podcast has no sponsor.
No, 'cause
Never.
We've been doing our jobs and stuff, and
Yeah.
we like doing this absolutely. Sometimes it's just tough to come back from work and then do more work, even though we like it.
Yeah.
But we got to talk about stuff. I mean, the people that listen, we know them you enough that opinions matter and stuff. We've been looking into trying to do more stuff, more personal content. We did videos a while back. They didn't necessarily get a lot of views, but they were fun, and I'd like to do them again. Maybe at a slower pace, considering day jobs and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that's something we can definitely look at bringing back.
So
Write about stuff, doing reviews.
one day you may not even see this space anymore.
Talking.
It may be a different space one day. That's
Maybe we'll do more videos.
we'll
Maybe
do more
we can talk about
videos.
stuff. People like hearing us apparently when we talk about the inner workings of the universe.
So
And then also how cool anime is, and then which anime ladies that Frank wants to look at in his private times.
all of them.
Ew, saucy boy.
Just call me by my nickname, Saucy Boy. But yeah,
And
this
that
is all.
the secret that we wanted to put onto the podcast.
I'm a saucy boy.
And now you all know. Our viewer count is dropping by the second.
How do you?
Fairly well, stalwart supporters. You all hate me now.
All right, now it's time to finish the podcast with my obligatory whisper impression. Ready?
go on.
Who wants to play the part of Jabanyan?
I'll be Jabana.
All right, then you
What
must.
do you mean, Jabanian?
Excuse me.
I'm Jabanian.
All right, so you can start off, and then
Hi, Nate.
No!
That's Whisper. Kane, you're Nate.
Okay, all right.
Hi, Nate. I'm Jabanian.
Yeah, Nate is our best friend.
Yes, that is me.
You must use the yokai arch and.
Why are you doing that for? Did you know I punch trucks sometimes?
End the podcast.
I punch
End the
trucks.
podcast. We're done. I'm not a truck. I'm Jabanian. No,
I
I'm
gotta
not. You're
get off-
Jabanian.
I gotta get a script. Hang on, I gotta go get.
Peace out. Just say peace out. Peace up, A-Town. So there we go. Off you go. Anything you got to say to end us, Luke?
Give me your monies. Your ponies?
Oh, that's an Usher song. That's Usher.